All right, welcome to tonight's watch. This is movie review podcast I do with my siblings. That's Matt, that's Luke, and that's Kelly. We'll hear all of our voices later. Today we're doing Re-Animator, and we have a little surprise this week. Kelly has all the notes, right?
I made
you made a face at me like you didn't. Like you looked scared. So I was like,
I didn't know what was gonna happen.
She had to watch it for a third time.
Kelly watched it for a third
time.
To make the notes.
Oh,
so Kelly has the notes for it. So Kelly's gonna go through the plot. I'll even let you go through any information you want. I'm letting you take the reins on the Re-Animator.
Man, I don't know shit.
Okay. Well,
that's a lie.
Before we do anything, we'll do our initial thoughts, and then I'll pass it off to you. Sound good?
Okay.
You guys see my Re-Animator triptych that I made my junior year? It's right here.
That was at the house forever. I saw that every day.
You see it? You see Herbert right here?
Right
here, and then the bride.
Oh, yes.
Beautiful.
Right.
Wait, before we start, did you guys watch the theatrical or the integral cut?
Integral. Kelly watched both.
Okay, Mark.
Integral.
I watched integral because I've seen the other one multiple times, so we're all on the same page. This is good.
But Kelly has the knowledge of what's different. Like,
right. I was because I was trying to figure it out. I was like, I don't think that's okay. Anyway.
Yeah.
So we'll go Luke real quick. We'll go Luke, Matt, and me, and then Kelly. Initial thoughts, and then you could just roll right into your notes and anything you want to talk about it. So Luke, what did you think of Re-Animator?
I very much enjoyed it. That's no surprise. By enjoy it, I mean I love it. I mean we've seen it like 5 times. It's like a classic for us now, part of our lore. Movie from 1985. I like the idea of making Re-Animator silly, like making it campy, and they certainly did that. I know we'll do Bride of Re-Animator next, but it's tough to decide which one's better, which one you like better. But this one is very good, very very good. Yeah.
Matt?
I love Re-Animator. I love the genre that this is. Like 80s horror, kind of low budget, but uses so much blood and just silly. And Jeffrey Combs is serving everything.
Yes.
Like, not just him. Bruce Abbott is doing a lot too, and we can't forget Scream Queen Barbara Crampton, star of Chopping Mall.
Chopping Mall.
That's another one that kind of fits in this category, but Re-Animator is better. It's good. It's so good. Anyway, those are my initial thoughts. Mark?
Oh, yeah, those movies. Well, this movie's batshit insane. Every scene is the craziest thing that you've ever seen performance-wise in the best way possible. It's not only Herbert West, but also the Doctor. They are just tit for tat hamming it up. Like, it's insane. It's absolutely insane. And something that's like actually, this movie's actually disgusting. Like, I don't even think I realized. I've seen this twice before, and I don't know, maybe it was more disgusting with the integral cut. Kelly, you'll have to confirm. But like, watching it this time, I was like, this movie is fucking gnarly. And I didn't I knew, but like, the practical effects are really good. And it's funny that they made it cheesy, like overall as a plot, because the practical effects are really really good. But yeah, this movie's great. Like, it's less baffling watching the integral cut, but I did not know the guy was a psychic either time.
Me either.
Okay, thank you.
Thank
you.
Wait, okay, no, I understood it with the integral cut. Never got that in the theatrical, so I was like, oh, what? Yeah, crazy.
In the theatrical, it's not even theatrical. In the unrated, because that's what it's called.
Right.
It's ambiguous, which is funny.
Yeah.
But like that they just cut things around, so it's like he may or may not be a psychic, and we will never know.
But
he literally controls the corpses at the end of the movie.
Which makes more sense.
What do you think was going on?
I wasn't. It was at one point because it was just me and Kelly watching. Luke went to Chili's.
I went to
what did you get?
This is
the 3 for me. It's always the 3 for me. 3 for $10.99. Smash a burger, unlimited chips and salsa. Never finished the chips and salsa though. And then a lemonade.
Okay.
Nice.
Did you get recognized again?
No, we sat in a different part of the restaurant, different waiters. The waiter was really nice though.
Nice.
but different people. I don't know what happened.
How's the food?
I ate actually more of the burger than usual, but maybe it's because I started cutting it with a knife and I like missed like a third of the bun.
Yeah.
But I ate all of the meat.
Okay.
Nice.
My hemoglobin levels are going to be high.
Out
know
of
what I'm saying?
out of
Oh my God, he
10,
won't
what was
shut
your
the fuck up.
experience?
He keeps bragging about his hemoglobin levels.
Out of 10, what was your experience at Chili's?
7.5.
That's pretty good. That's really good.
That's
actually,
good
yeah.
for Chili's.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
it's always high.
Lower than
It's
I
always
thought
high.
it would be because I.
It's always
Chili's-
it's all actually no. This time
Good.
8.3. Usually I don't eat enough,
What?
and so it goes to 7.6.
Ah.
But this time I ate enough.
But
But,
that's
it's
not-
always good because
I guess
I'm
it's
with my
part of the
buddies.
I see.
Buddies at Chili's, you get recognized.
Anyway, at one point during this movie, like Kelly made a joke. Well, not. I thought it was a joke. Kelly said something about him being psychic, and I laughed. And then like 5 minutes passed, and then he was doing like his weird.
Yeah.
And I was like, "Oh wait, were you being serious?" Because I didn't get that from the unrated version when I watched it twice.
Right. Right.
So like I had to tell Kelly I thought she was joking and just laughed because I was like, "Oh yeah, it's like he's psychic." No idea that was actually part of the plot. Because why is it part of the plot?
So good.
So this movie is,
I don't know.
this movie, yeah, it's crazy. The end goes absolutely batshit. There is that one part I don't like watching. We actually fast forward this time with Meg on the table. Do
Oh
not
yeah,
like
no,
that.
I know what you're talking about.
So that's
It's
like
long.
the literal
Long.
one thing in this movie. And this movie's 20 minutes longer with the integral cut, and yet it's still paced like there's so much fucking happening, and so never bored. Very good movie. Very, very good. Thank you for showing us this, Kelly.
I want to point out on camera that it's raining.
It's
We
pouring
live in an
outside right now.
undisclosed city that it never rains.
It's raining?
So I'm keeping this
Pouring.
ear attuned to it because it's pouring.
Nice. Of course it's right when it's like dark and hard to see.
Yep.
Kelly, take it away.
Okay.
8 years ago,
Hmm.
I wanted to watch a movie at night, and I put this on a whim because I was like, Re-Animator. This should be fun, but I might turn it off after 10 minutes. We'll see. We open the movie in Switzerland. For some
Immediately.
reason.
No preamble.
Immediately. It starts. And I see Jeffrey Combs on my screen for the first time. And I fell in love. And I knew the second I laid eyes on that little man that I was about to be a worse person coming out of this movie. And my God, have I been since.
It's a guy with
This is-
glasses.
This was it.
Kelly,
It's a
tell
guy.
them, tell them
Yes.
what show you watched the entirety of because of a man with glasses was in it.
I watched all of Peacemaker because of a guy who wore glasses.
Really?
Yeah.
All of Peacemaker.
I would have never
Yeah.
have guessed that was the
I
movie.
would have
Or
I
the
would have
show.
guessed you have
Really?
ever watched that show ever.
Yeah.
Well, I wouldn't have if I didn't see a picture
Was
of
it
this
good?
guy and his glasses. Yeah, it was good.
Okay.
I recommend it.
Wait, is season 2 out
And-
or is just season 1?
It comes out today.
You gotta keep up
I
with
finished
it.
it last
Catching up.
night. Well, there's still the guy with glasses is still around, so I have
Okay.
to keep watching.
You have to.
And wait, that is the sole reason I watched that whole season.
Beautiful.
Was because I saw a picture. Holy shit! I saw a picture of a guy wearing glasses, and I went, interesting. You know what Maya said to me just recently on the phone? Okay, so this requires context. I was at an antique shop, and I thought someone was behind me, like right behind me, and I look over, and there's a giant life-size Simon from Alvin and the Chipmunks. There was that.
Okay,
Simon's the funniest one for it
Yes.
to be.
life size, as in the size of a chipmunk, or a size of a
Like,
person?
Me. It was bigger than me. I will
Why?
send you the picture. The picture is
Larger
insane.
than life size, yeah.
Lord, yes. It was. Oh yeah. So not life size. It was human sized. It was
Oh my
my
God.
height.
Which in their world is gigantic. So
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Anyway, it was a whole deal because he's not wearing his glasses.
What?
So how is that Simon if he's
How
not
is he
wearing
even
his glasses? But
Simon?
he was wearing a blue
Yeah,
sweater.
that is what makes
he was
him
wearing
Simon.
blue.
Are you sure it wasn't
But he
Alvin
looks
pretending
like
to be
Alvin.
Simon?
No, that's what Maya said.
Oh, it
Maya
could be.
said because Simon's head is skinnier and his
Yes.
head was wider. So Maya and I's theory was that it was Alvin dressed up as Simon. But
That makes
his
sense.
eye color was the same as Simon's from the cartoon. So what, did Simon get LASIK? It's not Simon if he doesn't have his glasses.
So Simon got
I will send you the
LASIK,
picture.
and
I'll
grew
send you
6
the
feet.
Why would they have
Yeah.
a size
Part of the
that
story.
big of Simon and not put the glasses?
Don't have the glasses. And where are the other ones?
In
Why only have Simon?
Luke,
Yeah.
this is a question for you. In any of the movies, did he not have his glasses for some reason?
I feel like there was probably a plot line where he
Oh my
lost
God.
them, right?
Wait,
It
had
guys,
to have been
guys,
him,
he's
right?
wearing a
One?
hoodie. I'm sending it right now. He's wearing a hoodie. It kind of looks like someone painted over Alvin's jacket to
What?
be blue to make him Simon. Except for his eye color is
Oh.
the same as Simon's in the cartoon.
So Simon, I just googled it. Simon does wear a hoodie in those movies.
Okay,
What?
so it's probably Simon, but where the fuck are his
Weird.
glasses?
No, that does
That's
not
Simon.
look like Simon.
No, like
mean,
no. Well, Alvin wears the hoodie.
But so
Yeah,
does
this
Simon.
looks like
He wears a red hoodie. That and
Yes.
the crossed arms is Alvin from the first
So-
movie poster.
yeah.
All
But
of them
his
wear
eye
hoodies.
colors.
But what about the cross?
All of them
Oh,
wear
they all
hoodies.
cross arms.
I don't know if they all cross
I
arms.
think they all can.
Oh, well,
So on this
yeah.
this one, they look like a '90s hip hop group, and Simon is the one crossing his
Oh,
arms.
you know
That's
what?
interesting.
Well,
Yeah, that's
It's a different
Guys, what are your
jacket.
thoughts? Is this Alvin dressed up as Simon, or is this Simon without his glasses? And if it's Simon, where the fuck are his glasses? He can't see.
He looks like he
Oh.
can't see. Something is going on with his
it
eyes.
looks like a mix
That's a
of
good
all
point.
three of them.
Maybe it's that he has
face-wise.
blue eyes, because he should have
It
brown
really.
eyes.
He kind of looks like he has the cheeks of Theodore. a
You
little
know
bit.
what? You know what?
What do you say?
Hear me out. Hear me out. Oh my god, the rain is crazy right now. Hear me out. The glasses came separate. Someone bought the glasses.
Oh my god, he can't see. They fucking robbed his ass.
Yep. That's
Yeah.
Simon without his
Yeah.
glasses, unfortunately. I wish it was Alvin, but I think it's Simon.
It is making me very uncomfortable. What his toes look like, because I don't think that's.
I wasn't
never looked at
looking,
the
Matt.
This
I
toes.
picture
wasn't
looks
looking.
photoshopped.
Matt, of course you're looking.
Ooh.
Well, no, look. Okay,
Look at
so
those
there's
digits.
5 toes, which you would think would be right, but I feel like on a chipmunk it'd be 4, and then the 5th one is up higher.
Why is the
On
middle
the
one
leg?
so
Yeah.
chunky?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh god.
the middle
Oh,
one's
I don't
really
like
chunky.
that.
Guys,
They
tell
look
me
weird.
This looks fake, right? Okay,
Yes.
so, and that's what I saw behind me. I thought there was a person behind me, and it was him.
This is scary.
Right? Okay. Anyway, that's how the conversation started. But Maya told me, and I don't even know if this is true because I've never had a favorite chipmunk, but they said they know my favorite chipmunk was Simon because my favorite characters always are either wearing glasses or look like they should be wearing glasses.
Oh.
Because it all. And I was like, give me an example. And they told me about how in Big Time Rush, my favorite was Logan, and how
He
I
should
got
have been.
upset because he should have had glasses.
should
And I
have.
was like, fuck, you're
You
right.
should have.
You're so right. Logan was
Anyway.
my favorite too.
Logan's
I
the
love Logan.
best.
Yeah.
Logan's my favorite.
Yeah, me too. Well, I think we liked Carlos when we were really little, and then it grew into Logan.
Yeah. Yeah.
It was always Logan for me. I was a Logan girl from the beginning.
Mhm,
Because he should have had glasses.
Anybody
Oh,
a
he should
Kendall
have.
girl?
No.
No.
I mean,
movie-
I
the show tried
loved
too
what
hard.
they all brought to it.
I think with
Yeah.
the show,
They all brought what they needed to.
with the show with the characters, it was like James was already supposed to be the heartthrob, but then Kendall was
Right,
like the
right.
main character, so it was cooler
Right.
to like the other two anyway.
And Carlos was the funny
Carlos
man.
was
and
fun again,
Logan
which
was
is why we
the-
liked
was
him
the
when we were little, and then we
Michelangelo.
grew into being like, nah, Logan's the underrated gem.
'cause
So
he's the nerd of the yeah.
But
I also like-
Kendall was the leader.
Yeah,
Kendall
yeah.
was the leader, so he was Leo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Carlos was Mikey.
Yeah.
Of
Logan
course.
was the nerd, so he was Donnie. And then instead of being strong, he was pretty. Was James for
Right, that was his
Raphael.
strength. Right.
Right.
But you know who is an underrated character is Katie, Kendall's little sister, because she was pure chaos, and I
Yes,
lived for
she's on
whatever
tour
she was
with them
bringing
right
to the
now,
table.
and so is
Is she really?
The guy who played Gustavo? Is that his name?
Gustavo?
They're both went on tour.
Oh,
with
Kelly.
them.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. What about Kelly? Kelly's in High School Musical too. Did you know that? By the pool with Sharpay.
That's
Really?
awesome.
Let me
No.
research that. I'm the research guy.
Are you?
Okay. Anyway, I saw Jeffrey Combs, a man that is at tops like 5'6", wearing glasses, and I went, "This is the love of my life." I
What
was
does
telling
he
you what
say? What does he
Yes,
say?
so-
Yeah.
Which part?
I remember being
Okay.
right before it cuts to the title. He says something amazing, and I have already forgotten it. What is it?
Okay, we'll start. We'll start from me. I was
Okay,
just gonna
I'm
tell you. I
telling
was just telling Luke that the first time I realized recently that the first time I ever wanted to be a man was watching 1990 It, and seeing adult Eddie Kasbrak enter my screen. Also a short man with glasses, and I went, hold on a second.
Like, you might have done something there. Yeah.
Why do I want to look just exactly like that? Okay, we open in Switzerland. Well, first, this movie is from 1985. It has different run times depending on which one you're watching. Apparently, the original
It's a
cut was...
runtime error. That's another Mr. Robot joke. I'm gonna make one every podcast episode. Everyone, yep.
Apparently, the original cut was 2.5 hours.
Holy shit! Why?
The integral. Well, I need to see it.
We need it.
What?
We need it for context on the
well,
the doctor.
The psychic powers. Yeah.
So, well, also, okay, what I read was that at first it was going to be made into a play, and then it was made into a TV pilot, and then it was written as 13-hour-long TV episodes. So it would have been a miniseries in 85, and then because the practical effects would cost so much, they made it into a movie.
Wow.
But also, this is based off of H.P. Lovecraft's Fuck That Guy, but he... wrote Re-Animator through 1921 and 1922. It was like chronicalized stories.
Oh, that's right. I did read it at one point, and I've forgotten all of it.
Yes. It has basically no comparison to this movie, and that's okay. Except for it's called Herbert West Re-Animator, and his boyfriend is Dan Kane. That's the same. Other than that, who probably nothing. Okay.
Well,
so
and this movie is how I learned that H.P. Lovecraft is why we have Arkham and why all the Batman stuff is named Arkham. I think
Arkham, Massachusetts.
Yes, that's where this takes place.
Oh.
Matt, you hear about this new Lego Batman game coming out?
No, what is it?
You get to play the Dark Knight trilogy and the Batman.
It's a new Lego Batman game.
And you get to play the movies.
Ooh, that's fun.
And it has combat of the Arkham games that you didn't play.
Yeah.
Oh,
Luke,
yes.
Luke and
ones
I
that
really, Luke and I really
you said that were good, yes.
Yep, those ones.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, so the integral version of this movie is an hour 44, and the unrated is an hour 24, which is the perfect length for a movie.
Perfect.
Correct.
Perfect. Mwah. Okay.
2.5 hour cut?
It's one minute less. The unrated cut is 1 minute less than the Naked Gun.
Oh, that's true.
Is it really?
That's true.
Naked Gun 125.
I didn't realize the Naked Gun was so
longer.
short.
I believe an hour 24 is 1 minute longer than they came together runtime. They came together in an hour 23. I want to say.
So I did just watch it.
Did you?
Guys, what if it's just 45? The 2.5 hour cut is just 45 minutes of them making out.
I want more of our favorite scene this time, Kelly, where they don't know Meg's in trouble, even though he found the file, and they just sit around and do nothing, and he hits the bat on his hand, and Herbert reads. While he reads
he
found the file with Meg's hair in it. Why wouldn't you go run immediately to
him reading surgical errors and just laughing and going, haha. Flipping the page.
He took that one deleted scene and made that their dynamic throughout all of Bride.
Yeah.
That was their most married couple in this movie. Okay, it was directed by Stuart Gordon. Written by Stuart Gordon, Dennis Paoli, I want to say is how you say his name, and William Norris. And Brian Usna produced it. He direct the second one?
I believe so, yes.
I think he also directs the third.
The third one.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. So we open in Switzerland to chaos.
Picture it.
We hear these orderlies in various states of concern.
German everywhere, yeah.
Yes. Looking for Dr. Gruber and Air West.
His name is Hans Gruber, by the way.
Yeah.
Yes, his name is Hans Gruber.
Which is also a different character in a movie 3 years after this.
It was the only German. It was the only European name they could think of in the 80s.
Yeah, they're like Hans. It's definitely Hans.
Yeah.
And Gruber. Why not? Yeah.
Okay, so they bust in the room and we meet Herbert West for the very first time, and crouching over a body seizing. Just like just like how you'd expect to find him.
The grayest
He's holding
body.
some type of serum.
Yep.
Very gray.
Just the grayest body you've ever seen. And they pull him off and they're like, "Oh no, he's dead." And he goes, "Of course he's dead. The dosage was too large."
You're like,
Oh,
you should be
so
arrested.
weird.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mark.
Was it intentional then? Because he said, like, of course the dosage was too large. So, like, I'm assuming he administered the dosage. Is that what happened here, or is he trying to?
I think he's saying that. Of course he's dead. He's not. I don't know. He says, "Of course he's dead. The dosage was too large." Which I guess if we're gonna analyze that sentence,
We
it
don't
doesn't
have-
make quite sense.
We don't
'cause
have
he's trying to
to.
bring him back to.
That's why
Yeah.
I didn't know if it was the dosage of him bringing back to life, or he killed him with the dosage of something else. Whatever.
I don't think so. I think it's the reagent.
Okay.
I think it sounds
Dosage was
cool.
too large because what happens is the body shoots up and his eyeballs literally pop out of his skull.
Yeah, they do.
And air is thought. He's dead.
He is dead.
And they go, "You killed him." And he goes, "This is how we know exactly who Herbert West is." He goes, "No, I did not. I gave him life."
Yes.
And then
One
And
of those
then
cracked main themes and title sequences of all time.
Yep.
And
Yes,
then that
so true.
gives us life.
Yes. Yeah.
Yes.
That
Yes.
is
wow,
like
it was a good.
one of the. That's up there with like Danny Elfman doing Spider-Man, Re-Animator. It's
Oh,
up there.
It's so good.
So Luke, what are your thoughts on this opening in Switzerland?
Oh, I'm a big fan. Of course. I understood some of the German because of Dark. I knew
I was gonna ask.
Aristotle was he is dead. You could just
Yeah.
use context clues, but you know.
Yeah, well.
So we get a sick ass opening title sequence credits that has neon anatomy drawings and a sick 80s techno remix of the Psycho theme.
Ooh, yeah.
Done by Richard Band. Richard Band did the music.
And
was-
did
for this
Harry
movie.
Manfredini do the original? If I get that right, you owe me a Coke.
Psycho?
She already
Yes,
is
probably.
Bernard
Coke.
Herrmann.
No,
Bernard
Harry
Herrmann,
that's
Manfredini. Did Harry Manfredini do Friday the 13th? He did. You owe me a
You're a
Coke.
research guy. That's nope.
No, she
I
already
just want a
owes
Coke
you
real
one,
bad,
and she
don't
doesn't
you?
know you're-
Just want Coke.
Yeah.
I already bought you one. This is stupid hot dogs one. All right. Robert Dawson did the opening credits. So
Oh.
the images that we're
Yeah.
seeing, he put all that together.
How about when the head spins at the end
Yep.
of it? Oh, that was good.
And then we go into the eyeball to end it.
Mm.
And it's just a perfect.
Well, it's the
Perfect
way
opening.
the eyeball opens that's
Opens.
hilarious, and then you go into it because it's like it's
Yes.
done, and then it's like a shade, like.
Yes.
Yeah.
And it immediately puts you into this world. And so we cut to Miskatonic Medical School in Arkham, Massachusetts, where we're introduced. Yes.
I'm so sorry. It's about the beginning, the cold open of this movie. I really
Yeah.
appreciate with like old horror movies specifically when they have like a cold open that like hits the vibe very specifically.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm gonna mention one that doesn't do that. And you guys are gonna be mad at me with like Dead Dudes in the House, right? Much lower budget, but listen,
Oh.
listen,
Or
listen,
disagree. Or
listen. Oh wait. It's
Disagree.
a different vibe.
That- you're
that
crazy.
cold open is so crazy, and then the vibe is
Yes.
different.
Yes, which is what's good.
Because cold open, the craziest thing I've ever seen in Dead Dudes in the House. This movie like matches the vibe, and then with the title sequence, you know exactly the type of movie that you're expecting, and it delivers.
Yes.
Okay,
all I-
the opening to Dead Dudes in the House is just an old lady walking around a dead
Absolutely
body.
cracked.
That's it.
Absolutely cracked.
You know, okay. You know
Thank
what
you, it's
movie
good.
Cold
It's
Open
very
does
good.
hit the nail on the head?
What?
What movie's Cold Open? Night of the Creeps.
I don't remember
really?
Cold
Spaceship?
Open.
Well,
That doesn't even. I'm gonna
I
have to
might
rewatch it.
make Matt, watch it soon, so I'm not going to discuss it.
You should make me watch it because I keep saying I'm gonna watch it and I have not
thinking
watched
about
it.
Matt. You would like it.
We'll discuss that later,
You'd be a
perhaps.
creep
Okay.
head. I'm a creep. That would be you.
Stop it. Nope, never.
Sorry, Kelly. Continue. I'm sorry for cutting you.
No, you're good. We're introduced to our other main character. So we met Herbert West, except for all we know is that his last name is West at this point. And we're introduced to the one and only Dan Kane.
And
Dan Kane, who has never had a thought inside behind those eyes, or has never thought once for himself.
but
But
he's a
it's
big dumb
perfect-
idiot, and we love him. Sorry.
Yes.
we do.
It's a perfect introduction to him as a character. It's like one of those show not tell things where we know exactly who he is just from the fact that he won't stop doing compressions even after the patient's already dead.
Oh, and he is not doing them at the right speed at all.
No.
So maybe
Again, no thoughts. Like he's trying to help, but no
He's a
thoughts
dumb
behind
dog.
it.
Actively making it worse.
Yeah, there was no way that person was ever going to be saved. By the way,
No.
but it also shows that, you know, he himself, even though he's a normal guy, not whatever Herbert is, he's also trying to bring a patient back to life. He's also gonna do whatever he feels like he can do.
whatever he feels,
To
yeah,
save
not whatever he
someone's
can,
life.
because he will. What he thinks is right to bring him back. Yes.
Yes.
I think that this is a perfect. I think both are perfect introductions to who they are and how they function in this story.
Agree.
Because Dan's introduction is like really like, oh yeah, you know a lot about him from the get-go, and Herbert's is just psychotic.
That's all you need to know.
There's a scene later on in the movie that I won't mention yet, but there's a scene that was only in the integral cut that I feel like really helps inform Herbert's character.
This
I was
is
like,
my favorite scene you're talking about my favorite scene I've ever seen in my entire life.
yes. We'll get to it. I kind of want to say that
Yeah.
it's very special.
Yes, it is. I almost, having watched both, I think I prefer the unrated cut.
I do too, except for that one scene.
That scene was included in the unrated cut, it would be like I think the world might end because they created a perfect movie.
And why not include that part? Because it's
Just-
only
Right?
like a
just say the
2-minute
scene. Just say the scene, because I'm for.
No, we'll get to
Okay.
it.
We'll get to it. It'll be
Oh
so
no,
special.
Mark. Okay.
I don't know as
It's
soon
not
as you
the
say
scene
something.
that you're.
I know that
Okay.
scene also, but I can't remember the other one. That.
Look it up.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Oh, that scene. It's
Yes,
so good.
I prefer the unrated version, even though there are good scenes that were cut. Simply because it's funnier to me, where like things, certain scenes were cut that provide context to the next scene, and I prefer it without context.
Yeah.
I
I agree.
also,
I agree.
I like being
Mark,
more
you said that like both ways seem like they go fast. I do think the original unrated goes at such a breakneck pace. It's like I feel high when I'm
I'm on
watching
fire.
this.
Yes.
Like,
Exactly.
yeah.
Well, those
get
are
it.
our favorite movies. Are at under an hour and a half, and there's a lot of stuff happening, just back to back to back to back.
If I only understand a portion of it, the better. I shouldn't understand everything that's
Yes,
happening.
and so
Right.
that's why like I didn't ever think too much about him being psychic. I didn't have
Yeah.
time to slow down from what was happening to even consider what was happening on the screen.
Same.
Here's a fun fact that's useless. The woman that he's doing compressions on is, quote, this is what I read, a dildo enthusiast who
isn't?
kept hiding dildos with the fake corpses on set.
How many
So
days
that's-
was she on set?
Right? To just-
Okay.
So that was
Okay.
also the vibe behind the scenes of this movie.
So she gets to set. She's like, here's my travel bag. It is full of dildos. That's just how she
And I'm gonna hide
operates.
them with these dead bodies.
Okay.
You could say I'm sort of an enthusiast.
I'm an enthusiast, really.
Interesting.
Okay, anyway.
That's the behind the scenes
So
we
Dan-
get with this kind of movie compared to.
Yeah, I think that's the last one.
I was gonna say, what if that's the only? Yeah.
I think it is. Hey, I gave you like tidbits about how this was gonna be a play.
Yes, you did,
And then
you
it was
did,
a
you
TV.
did. Okay.
Imagine
I more
a
meant, like-
1985 mini-series this.
That'd be crazy.
I get 13 hours of Dan and Herbert.
I don't want to
Doing
think about
fucking
it because I know we
bullshit.
don't have it, and it makes me
Yeah,
sad.
so true.
Maybe someday.
Maybe.
We'll make it ourselves.
Maybe we can make a
Let's make it-
1985
let's make it
13 episode.
Okay. So, Dan takes the woman to the morgue. We meet two very important characters here. Dr. Carl Hill and the
gross.
security guard who can't stop jacking off.
Yeah.
Ooh, time for
Break
my break.
time.
He's gone
Break
for 4
time.
Break
hours.
time.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm getting the
I-
police.
his mannerisms when he's like, "I'm getting the police," is like he is
He's
not
like,
reacting
I'm
to
calling
what's
the police.
happening.
Yes. Carl Hill, who's the top surgeon. What's the right
I have no
word for
idea.
it? He gets the
Doctor,
school all the
top
money,
doctor.
basically.
Doctor is
Top
the word you're
doctor.
looking for.
Scientist.
Doctor. And a security guard that at every opportunity is going to the bathroom to rub one out. Equally important character.
And I think sometimes at his desk as well.
Yeah.
Break time.
But he does. He gives us a very iconic line, which is, "Ain't nobody wants in, and ain't nobody getting out." And then, but that's only second to his most iconic line, which is "break time."
Time.
I love Dan's reaction when, like, this is an iconic line. He's like, nobody gets out. Dan just kind of goes, "Yep."
Yeah.
Well, that's his every line of this movie.
Yeah.
Well,
Yep.
he puts the woman in the room with the other bodies, but first he goes, "Full house." Because he can't figure out-
Whispers Full House.
There is a space on the other side of the body, too. It's not that much of a full house.
Yeah, yeah. I like the
But he
security. Sorry, this is unrelated, but I like the security guard's desk because it's really just set up in the middle of like a like a hallway. Like, would they have that?
yeah.
That like
Yeah,
that?
no, I was just thinking
It's
about
just
that.
set
It's
up in the
just
middle of the
it's so
hallway.
weird. Yeah.
There is a shot when oh god, what's Barbara Crampton's character's name?
Meg.
Meg, thank you. When Meg is walking down, and I was just like, this is the widest hallway I've ever seen. This has to be a set, right? Because, like, how do you fit the desk and have that much room still to walk?
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
it
crazy.
seems interesting.
Very strange.
Maybe they do that
Well,
sometimes.
they have to do gurneys. They have to push gurneys
Oh, that's
down.
a
I
good
bet
point.
it's that
True.
wide.
True.
That's a good point.
If you have to, yeah, and
If
just
you
have to go horizontal. With
Yeah, you don't want to
to.
pivot with someone on there.
flip them over. Yeah.
Oh, apparently, I don't know if this is true or if it was just a joke, but Bruce Abbott once said that the gurney that they got, he said, "You know that the gurney that we got was from the set of Return of the Living Dead because there was
Oh,
already a hole cut into it," which makes complete sense. I just rewatched Return of the Living Dead and I believe
did.
it. 'Cause
You guys
it's
should
the
see that.
exact same vibe.
I should see that.
You guys
yeah.
would
I
like
wanna see
that
that.
one.
Who
too.
directed
You would
that?
love that.
Or was that
Who
wasn't
directed that?
one?
Joe.
Nope. Good try. You're trying to
Wait,
get me on the
Luke, who?
podcast.
Hulu
Joe Mama. Joe
asked.
Mama.
Oh, she got you with it. She got you with it.
What I swore against. Luke, you're the research guy.
I'm the research guy. Yeah. What do you need to research?
Who directed?
Return of the Living
Who
Dead.
directed
Oh yeah, that's right.
the thing that you're
Dan
trying to...
O'Bannon?
I think so.
Oh,
Dan O'Bannon
Uh,
directed the
they're
Return.
making one in 2025.
Return of
Oh,
the Living
No.
Dead.
what is this? No.
Don't do it. Don't do it.
Oh, that's
Okay.
Return of the Living Dead. This is the Living Dead.
The Return.
Wait, did you say Dan
Uh,
O'Bannon?
Dan
Yes.
O'Bannon. Yeah.
I was looking him up because I was like, that name sounds familiar. Is he the guy who co-wrote Alien?
Yes, he is.
What?
Yeah, I was like,
you
I
guys
know
would
that
love
name.
Return of the Living Dead.
I bet
It's
you I
so
would.
good.
Yeah.
It's so good. I might. Can I force you guys to do a
I'm,
double feature?
I'm uninformed. It's not related to like the Romero stuff with the Living Dead stuff, right? It's unrelated.
Yeah, it's unrelated. It's its own thing.
It's It's like a Re-Animator. It's like a comedy
Yeah.
horror
Okay.
thing
It's a,
He also
like
wrote the
a
screenplay.
parody almost.
for Total Recall. Dan O'Bannon.
Did he really?
Alien, Total
It
Recall,
feels.
Return of the Living Dead.
It feels, Mark, the vibes are like if Creepshow cut out 30 minutes of silence. 30 minutes of silence that are a part of Creepshow.
I'm intrigued.
Hey, without that silence, it would not be Creepshow.
Yeah.
That's like
Creepshow
cutting.
lives
That's
in
like
its own world.
That's like cutting out the silence of dead dudes in the house and having 30.
Yeah,
minutes
and then
of
it's not even dead, dude.
You'd have a
Yeah.
14-minute movie.
Yeah.
Okay. What
How
were
far have we made it
talking
into the
about
movie?
before?
See,
How
I
far
like
is it?
I like that you guys
Straight up
showed me
2
dead
minutes.
dudes because I always have a reference point of something.
It's so
Yeah,
good.
yeah.
It lives rent free in my
Okay.
brain, unfortunately.
Clearly.
Unfortunately.
So
You heard me.
Dan notices Dr. Carl Hill performing some procedure on a cadaver where he's drilled a hole into it, which comes back later.
Mm-hmm.
Important that he noticed, but then he gets distracted because he gets fully grabbed on the arm by a new character, Dean Allen Halsey,
Mm-hmm.
who's the dean of
Of course.
Miskatonic. What, Luke?
Miskatonic, that sounds like Wiskayok, Yellow Jackets.
Whoa.
Whoa.
It actually
He's the
doesn't.
dean of the school, and we learn that Dan is dating his daughter.
Right.
But there's somebody else there.
In the back. Lurking.
Back lurking. And Alan introduces Dan and Herbert, and it is love at first sight, regardless of the fact that Dan goes to shake Herbert's hand, and Herbert fully walks through it.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay. Yes.
This is one of those very few like performances where I'm like, I could not imagine anyone else playing Herbert, but like I don't know how he's so perfectly like on the page. There's no way Herbert comes off the way
Right.
No,
that Jeffrey
Matt,
Combs
the
plays
lines that
him.
he's saying, like,
So
someone,
good.
yeah, it's only
like-
because of him.
One of a kind
Yes.
talent. Yeah.
The lines that he's saying are not like egregiously straight. Like they could be said in a different way by like an actor.
Anybody,
and,
yeah.
like, but the way he does it, just
Thank
wow,
God
it
they
makes
found
the movie.
Jeffrey
I know.
Combs.
Where
Yeah, it
did
makes
they
the movie.
pull him out of for this movie? I
No,
love
serious. Not only is this my favorite movie, Herbert West is my favorite character of all time.
it. Hell yes.
And Jeffrey Combs, this is my favorite performance of all time.
Yes. I agree.
It's incredible.
It's so good.
A scene that lasts literally a millisecond that they cut out is Herbert fully slapping the toe of the cadaver.
Yes,
Yes,
I think-
okay. I was
think
wondering
it's so
about that.
funny. It's funnier that it's cut out in the other one. They're like, no,
They-
you can't
dude,
have
that's
that.
egregious.
much.
You can't have him
Nah,
slap
too
the toe.
gross.
And you
So-
know Jeffrey Combs was just fucking around. He wasn't supposed to do that. There's
Yeah.
no way.
Well, there's a different camera angle, so we can see that happen.
That's true. And then he looks at the toe tag. Like, why even set up that shot? Was it an even longer take
slapped the
before
toe.
that?
Maybe
knows what was
in the
going
2.5 hours.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
need
Okay.
another- Imagine the 13-hour miniseries if we had that.
Oh, if
Dude,
only.
imagine
That's my
imagine
dream.
dragons.
Oh, fuck you! You should leave. You should
That
leave
was a
for
good
that
one. That was a good one.
Continue, Kelly. God.
Okay, so Alan is talking to
Yes.
Dr. Carl Hill. And Herbert and Dan make prolonged eye contact.
Mm-hmm.
So
And Herbert decides right here and now, this is the guy.
this is
This is the guy. I'm gonna absolutely destroy his life.
he
So,
knows there's nothing
also-
up in there in the brain in Dan's head. So
But also, he falls in love.
that's
Mhm.
true.
It's what
That's
love
true.
looks like.
That is true.
He fell in love with
So-
those empty eyes.
Yeah.
Yeah. They're a match made in heaven, guys.
Well, it's almost like when you have a crazy character and so you need a straight man, but Dan is so that it's just like there's
Dumb.
literally
Yeah.
nothing happening
Oh,
at all.
Dan is not a straight man.
No, not at all.
No.
You're good
Hey!
one, Matt. Good one. But like,
Thank you.
he just like there's, it's so the other way of like chaos by her that it's just like there. He just looks like he doesn't know his line, but he does. Like he just looks like he doesn't know his line.
So Mark
Constant-
and I
And that's acting.
decided.
Yes.
Sorry.
Mark and I decided that Meg is the only character that exists in reality in this movie.
Yeah, dude, she's acting her ass off.
Yeah.
Not even the security guard. He's in his own world.
He
No,
absolutely
They're
does
all
not.
individually in different
Poor
worlds,
Meg
though.
is going through
Yes,
actual hell.
Yes, it's not
Right,
like Meg
right.
lives in the real world and everyone else is like
In
in a
another
different
world.
world.
They
They're
all live in
all
their
separately
individual
in different
worlds.
worlds.
And only Meg is in the real
Yes.
world.
Yeah.
But this is also an important scene because not only do Herbert and Dan meet, Herbert and Hill meet.
Mm-hmm.
And they're immediately at odds. Something I really like about this movie is that Herbert is not the villain. He's
No.
like
Yeah.
definition of an anti-hero.
Right. It
I
is
love
so
it.
funny to be a new student introduced to the head of
Yes,
the
exactly.
faculty and be like, your work sucks and it's derivative.
He also was
Yep.
like Doctor.
He immediately calls him
what was it
outdated.
again? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
He's like, Dr.
So we learn that Herbert does not like Hill
Right.
because he stole research from Dr. Gruber,
Right.
who Herbert was previously a student on and
And probably murdered.
brought him back to
Yeah.
life. No,
Well,
that's not
Matt.
his shtick.
Matt, your
Right.
Gatorade's looking like the reagent.
I didn't even do
Yeah,
that on
is that on
purpose. Look at that.
Green color. Yeah.
Yeah, it's green apple.
The reagent.
So he stole, but this is also comes back. Dr. Hill has a habit of stealing people's work.
Yes.
But
Yes, he does.
also, he doesn't like him because he supports the theory that the brainstem.
Uh-oh.
Right way to say this. The location of the will. Okay, fuck. He stole research about the location of the will inside the brain from
Right.
Dr. Gruber, which implies why he's psychic.
Yes, it does.
Oh.
Which is weird.
Oh.
Yes, because he's done research about where the will is
Was
located.
that in the other cut? Unrated? Did they talk about that too?
I
I think they did. Yes, about the
I'm
will.
con-
Mhm.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, never understood that. That was relating back to psychosis.
Do you,
Or
Psycho-
it is so
his psychic abilities. Apology.
it is so funny to have a movie where it's like a lot of medical terminology and then be like where the will is located in the brain.
will in the brain,
you-
and it's a
do you-
bit. They're at odds about it.
Do you think Dr. Hill believes in the secret? Probably.
Okay, but he doesn't like him because he supports the idea that there is a 6 to 12-minute limit on the life of the brainstem after death.
6 to
And
12.
Herbert- Yes.
12 minutes.
Herbert says 12, and then Dr. Hill corrects him by saying 6 to 12, and so Herbert obviously thinks that it's longer than that.
Right, right.
6 to 12.
And his
To
work
12.
his work is apparently so derivative that it's considered plagiarized in Europe.
Wait, guys. In calculus, derivatives and integrals are a thing, and then
Yes.
the integral cut derivative.
Oh, that's probably why they
Ah.
did that. That's so
Luke,
funny.
Luke, guess what my shift was on my DoorDash today.
Guess what your shift was?
Yeah. 6
6
to
to 12.
12.
Wow. Wait, when?
6 to
Did I ask?
12.
Did I ask?
God.
Did you- I got you.
Just repeat questions. Anytime you ask a question, just repeat it. So when I repeat the answer, you get me. Continue, Kelly. I can't with this game.
Okay.
Okay, Herbert and Dan have prolonged eye contact. Immediate cut to Dan posting on a corkboard that he has a room in his apartment available. And I wrote out the entire note. It says, apartment to share. 3rd year medical student needs roommate. Must keep quiet, keep regular hours. Contact Dan Kane. This is his address. 666 Darkmoor. They didn't fucking try.
Yeah, not at
Stuff's
all.
gonna go on in
Herbert
there.
does not abide by either of those 2 rules. There's 2 rules,
Nope.
and he doesn't
No.
do either of them.
Does
What's
Kelly,
he use quiet? Yeah. Oh,
yes, Luke?
yes, Luke.
okay, wow, sorry. Kelly pointed out that Mark said that he took the entire piece of paper from the bulletin
Yes.
board so
Mhm.
nobody
No
else
one
could
else-
have
no
it,
one
and
else
then
can
didn't
take
it.
call
No
the
one else
number.
Yeah.
And then
He
didn't
didn't
call the
even call.
number.
And honestly, great move.
No,
Love
yeah.
it.
yeah,
He probably immediately took it off, too.
he,
He was
He-
waiting for it. Yeah.
Yeah.
if somebody applies to be your roommate and goes, "Do you have a basement?" Oh,
Yes,
this
that's
will
what-
do. I'm taking it.
I immediately. Okay.
Meg living in reality is like, do you want to think about this? And Dan just sees
Dan
money
goes,
and goes,
No.
nope. Yeah.
Well, he sees
Maybe
Herbert
should.
too. He's in
Well,
love
he's-
with
he
it.
sees
It's
Herbert.
attraction.
So his number, if anyone wants to try. Actually, should I call this number right now?
Is it 555?
It's 666.
555
Oh wait, no, that was the address. Sorry.
8785.
So no, you could
If it's
try.
555.
There's no real phone numbers that begin
I
with
know.
555. So
I know,
I wonder,
but-
do you think you can set up a fake one as like a promotional one for a movie? Could you do
Oh
that
my
and
God.
dial
Oh,
555?
guys,
Why
crazy
is there no
reference.
That was my
555?
ability.
Is that just like meant for nobody to have it so they can?
I think
use
it's
it
meant
fake
for
stuff?
movies. Yeah, yeah.
You know when I watched 24 back in the day?
Oh my God.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah, the pit.
There's a number that was a real number, and people called it, and it was like a fan
That happens a
Oh,
lot.
that's
Easter egg.
Yeah, that's
But
fun.
for 24,
That's pretty.
fine.
Bad.
it was like season 6.
That is
Okay.
weird.
Okay, we meet Meg for the first time.
Right.
Her and
Oh.
Dan are obviously
The cut? In
yes.
between?
So they're obviously happy together because they're hugging, and then it cuts to them immediately boning.
Yeah.
And this
She keeps
scene,
saying no, no, and then yes.
No.
It's so
yes,
funny.
yes. So this scene is so fucking long in the integral
It's
cut,
so
and no
long.
joke, guys, it's probably 3 seconds in the unrated.
Yep.
It's better, like
Yeah.
because
Does it just
in,
cut to him like in the blanket and going "Rawr"?
I thought they were
well,
pumping.
no, it cuts to them
Yeah.
finishing having
Well,
sex.
they were.
They were.
Rufus jumping on him, and then
Yes.
Meg going, "I gotta go."
Yeah.
Sorry, Luke, I thought I meant
Which I
like in the
liked better
unrated. I thought
for
they were
Meg.
humping too, right?
They
Right.
were.
Oh,
They were.
yes,
So that
yes.
was also the okay.
There was humping.
There's nothing that convinces me that Dan's not straight more than their conversation. There is no chemistry.
So good. Well, also in the integral cut, we have him suggesting they get married just so he doesn't have to pay his full rent.
Yeah, he's like, why not? Well, how about this? He
We'll
says,
fix
you want
all
to
our
get
problems."
married? And she doesn't say anything, and then he introduces her as his fiance to Herbert. I was like,
No,
okay, but
I
I'm
was
sorry, what?
I was confused on that. Yes. So
yeah.
I missed that.
okay. So when he said that, I was like, oh, did him asking her to marry him meant like right now today because they're already engaged, or was that just him like? She's my fiance because I asked. That.
Well,
I don't know.
Later in the movie, she says, yes, I will marry you. So
Yeah.
In the
Apparently-
integral cut.
in the integral cut. So apparently
Well-
she hadn't said anything.
I guess
as an
it's
answer.
It's how you define fiance.
He defines it
she
as,
defi-
I asked, you're my fiance.
You didn't say
Yeah.
yes. You
Fair
actually
enough.
said no. She actually
Yeah.
said, once you graduate. And he went,
He went, "Ugh,
that's... He basically went,
Graduation.
I'm
that's never gonna happen.
graduate."
But no, the
Matt,
scene
tell
is...
Katie I
is-
say hi.
Luke says hi. He says hi.
The scene is too long in the integral cut. I like how it is in the unrated because I also like that Meg is just like she's almost like the classic like guy character that's like just done having sex. I gotta go. Sorry,
gotta
babe.
go.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
that's
babe.
Meg in the unrated. She's like, I gotta go.
This is like
Um,
basketball rules. Can't spend more than 5 seconds in the paint. I gotta get out of here.
That's a good one. Matt. No,
That's a good
good.
one. That's a hit. That's a hit.
Thank you.
That joke is a hit.
also the scene
Luke.
also
Sorry, Luke. Kelly and I went to a baseball game, and Luke was saying
Oh
so
my
many
God.
jokes that we started. I started just telling him if it was a hit or a miss, and he had way more misses than hits by the end of it. So
Hey, if you bat 300, that's
it
a
was
good
also
average.
no matter what happened, they would exchange this $1 bill.
well, no, we had
That's
bets.
betting. That's bets.
Yes,
yeah.
the bets that were they were unspoken bets.
Unspoken bets.
Oh,
yeah,
If
like
we ended
gave
up
it-
on
if something
the
crazy happened, of
Jumbotron,
course we
I
bet.
got the $1 and it was over.
Yeah, we
okay.
didn't end up.
But
on
we
the
ended up just
Jumbotron.
giving it to a saxophone player.
Yes, the dollar ended up
Ooh.
where it should
Because
be.
the $1's off the
Saxophone
table.
I wonder if
It
you
went
looked at
to a
that
real
dollar and
artist.
was like,
yes.
"This dollar's been through."
This has a
something.
lot of fingerprints on it. Yeah,
This dollar's lived a life.
lot. It looks
feels
like it
it's
was
gonna-
crispy. It was crispy before, and it
It
was,
was
crumbled
not after
by
we
the
passed
end.
it
Yeah.
50 times.
Yeah. You ever pick up a dollar bill and you're like, if I blow on this wrong, it will fall apart? Was it like that?
No,
It got
it just got a little
closer to that
crusty,
point as
but
it went on.
Okay.
It,
Yeah.
it went from crispy to crusty.
Ew.
Yep.
Okay, so there's also a very there's also a very important poster in this scene, which is very silly. Dan has a Talking Heads poster.
He has a Stop Making
above his
Sense
bed.
poster. Yes, he does.
Which is hilarious considering there's quite literally a
Oh,
talking head later in the movie.
Speaking of sense
didn't
like
even-
money.
Matt, you didn't.
Sense
I was just excited that I keep seeing that poster in a bunch of old stuff from the 80s
Yeah,
and
Stop Making
90s.
Sense.
So every time I see it, now I'm
No.
like, ooh. Didn't
This
even
one
think
was
about
very
that.
purposeful because of the talking heads.
Sorry to interrupt you, Luke.
What bullshit were you about to say, Luke?
The sense, not sense, but sense like money. Kelly brought up a good point. How does Dan afford
Yes.
a place that big when he was like, my loan? Or later in the
is
movie.
huge.
Like, how can he afford that on just his loan?
So I think
Luke, look up how much rent cost in Massachusetts in 1985.
so. This is what I think because he
The
says
average-
Arkham, Massachusetts? What's the city?
It's fictional.
It's Arkham, but is that real?
no. I don't know.
How much is...
I have headcanon to this.
Okay.
It's that he got a bunch of loans, and so he got a really expensive place, not
I
thinking
see.
ahead because Dan
Okay.
doesn't do that.
Oh, no, you're
so
right.
then his
Yeah.
deal is going downhill, and that's why he was like, I need a roommate. That he didn't realize he needed one with a 3-bedroom house beforehand.
Is he's like...
Okay, but-
I feel like Dan's the type of guy who... there was some Disney show I watched growing up. I think it was That's So Raven. And she thought that getting a credit card means that once it's maxed out, you just throw it away. And then that's it.
That's
good.
funny.
I think that's what
Probably
Dan
Dan.
does.
Probably
with Ren.
But how
With the rent.
how far into the year? How far into the year is this? How long has he had that apartment? Did he have a roommate
2
before,
months.
or was he just
2
doing
months.
all this without his? What's going on?
So-
who knows?
Well, he's a third-year
Research-
medical student. Has he been doing this the whole time?
Exactly, his
point.
third year.
I've done some research. The median monthly asking rent for unfurnished apartments
Is
in the
6
U.S.
to 12.
It's Disney U.S., not
Okay.
Massachusetts, whatever.
In
400
1985.
That's a good one. 400, yes, 95. $432, which adjusted for inflation is $12.97.
No
$1,297.
fucking way.
No
In
way,
the U.S.
buddy.
This wasn't just Massachusetts. I typed in Massachusetts, but AI overview wasn't.
Oh,
You
God,
with the fucking
you gotta
Google-
stop using
Okay,
just AI overview.
okay, you
There's
can't
no
be the
reason
re-
for
you
you to
can't
be
be
a
the
fucking
research guy
researcher.
if
You
you
just
just
use
do it
AI
now.
overview.
Do we ever see Dan's place from the outside?
Yes.
When?
You get one
Before the
exterior
cat.
shot, and it's like
The
a
cat attack.
nice blue house.
Oh, the
Okay,
night
because I
before?
remember seeing an exterior shot of Halsey's house, and it made me think at that point. I was like, "Do we ever see Dan's place?"
It's before the cat scene.
Okay, gotcha.
He wakes up in the night. So, yeah, we don't know how Dan is. He's Dan. So, we meet Rufus,
Rufus.
because he jumps on Dan
My God.
while him and Meg are having sex.
Mhm.
Definitely
And then
thrown.
Meg has to leave.
Oh, definitely
they
thrown
threw
from like,
that
right off camera.
Meg has to leave because we learn that her father is out of touch with the times. And that he doesn't exactly approve of Dan and Meg's relationship completely. Like, because we see him talk to Dan and him talk about him seeing Meg. But it. Yes, Matt?
I was gonna say it is kind of funny though, because then we see him later, and Dr. Hill's trying to convince him. He's just like, "Oh, I like him." It's like, what are your
Right.
feelings, man? Who knows?
I don't know. I think it's just that he wants his daughter to date an actual doctor.
And not
Because
a guy
she's
with.
like,
he's
once
trying
you
to be.
graduate.
Oh,
I'm saying because
Well, I thought he was fine with Dan until he got hypnotized.
Kind
okay,
of.
well
That's what I
then
thought,
why
too.
the reason that maybe Meg is just bullshitting, which that's fine, good for her.
And that's good
because
for
the
her,
reason
yes.
that Meg gives is that like her father would be really upset to know that she's spending the night at Dan's. So she's
Oh,
Or
Is
that
he
she's
just
that
like
Dan.
super
Oh.
traditional?
Oh,
Maybe.
probably because she says the world's last Puritan. So it's
Oh.
That's
probably
what it
just that
is.
he's like, they shouldn't be having sex. Yeah,
Yeah,
because
yeah.
Herbert tries to blackmail for them for having sex later.
Yeah, he does. which is crazy. He's in not even in regular college. He's in medical school. They're so old. Like,
Yeah, they're
He's
30.
a third year.
yeah, yeah.
So, okay, he doesn't disapprove, he just disapproves of sex. Got it.
So I had the same
Anyway.
interpretation you did at first,
Yeah.
Kelly. I thought he already didn't like him, so I was confused why he needed to be hypnotized to dislike Dan more.
Right.
But that makes sense. Okay.
I think he
and then we
also
get a-
knows that Dan has rocks for brains, and he's okay with it.
He does. How is he in medical school still?
Well, I didn't know if it was like an elitist thing because their house is
Maybe.
obviously huge and he's the dean and he's just a medical student who can't pay his rent and has to use loans. So I didn't know if it was an elitist thing.
So when you describe him like that, Dan seems like a real bum.
I love Dan Kane.
Yeah.
Okay, but we get an incredible line delivery from Dan that's just the whiniest shit I've ever heard. He just goes, I really hate it. And flops down on the bed. So then he's pretending to be a cadaver and he's chasing Meg
As one
around the
does.
house and she gots to go. She has to go. And she opens the door and Herbert is just standing outside of it.
Yeah,
He
he is.
wasn't gonna knock. He was just standing there waiting for someone to open the door.
Yeah, his
was
hands
there
were
for
not reached.
45
Nope.
minutes. Yeah.
And then he pulls up the card and he goes, West, Herbert West. Like he
course.
always does. And Dan is naked, so he runs away to go get dressed. And this is interesting. Herbert and Meg automatically do not like each other.
Yep.
Yeah.
Immediately.
For competition. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
They eyed the competition
He-
immediately. They know.
So this is interesting. She calls him Mr. West, and he doesn't say anything. Dan calls him Mr. West, and he goes, Herbert.
Yeah.
So here's a great question.
Yeah.
I'd like to hear all your thoughts about this.
Mhm.
First mystery of the movie.
Mhm.
Is Herbert West really gay, or does he just hate women? Does he hate women because he's gay, or is he gay because he hates women? Is it mutually exclusive? Does he just hate Meg because he's after her man? What are your guys' thoughts here?
Okay.
Oh, that's a great question.
I like to think of
Because-
myself as an open-minded
I
person.
think-
I
I
think
think-
that,
Ooh.
yeah.
Maybe that Herbert has never cared to even think about it until he's met Dan. Dan is his one true
See, I
love,
like
and
that.
so he.
Well, to me, Herbert West has
Does
always been
he-
demisexual for Dan.
Yeah.
Mhm,
So does
Woo!
he
We got a
hate
representation.
women, or does he just hate Meg
Good
because she's
representation.
with Dan? Because I think it's just Dan that makes that he's in love with. So
Yeah.
I can't tell if he hates all women or if he just hates Meg. Because do they interact with another woman this movie?
Well,
Is there another woman
Pride
in this
is another
movie?
story.
Sorry.
Nope, there's that one doctor, but that's
Oh,
it.
that's right.
Your guys' thoughts? I'd like to hear both of your thoughts.
Luke, you wanna give your thoughts?
I think, what were the options again?
Do you need
Oh my
options? Just
God.
say what you think.
You don't need the options.
He can't do it unless
Let's
it's
just,
multiple choice.
or we could just all accept. I like Mark explanation because that's also my
I
feelings.
pick all of the above.
Okay.
What I was going to say was, I feel like I'm an open-minded person. I think gay men can hate women,
Yeah.
but I do think
a lot of gay men do hate women and think it's
Yeah.
okay because they're gay.
fair point.
Okay.
But I
From
do think too
experience.
that Herbert doesn't like anyone get in the way of his plans, regardless of who they are, and I think that Meg is an obstacle.
Oh, he
Yes.
clocks that she's too smart.
Yeah.
But Dan, he's like, I'm good. I could live here.
Their interaction is so funny to me. He goes, "I startled you," and she goes, "Yeah, you did," and he just sits there in the silence left after that.
So okay, yeah, he definitely seems more sexist in the second movie,
Oh
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
but in this one it's ambiguous.
That is true. Yeah, once you watch the second one, then you know he just hates all women. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, I love that guy. And he immediately asks Dan if he has a basement, and then acts totally normal and not like he's jizzing his pants once he actually sees the basement. These are the notes I made.
Act normal, act normal, act normal.
Yeah, like it wouldn't make one
That's
hell of a
him trying to
makeshift
act normal.
laboratory.
Like,
Laboratory.
He's giddy.
if Dan was smart too, you see that reaction, you up the rent. You'd be like, actually, if you really want to use the basement, because like
true.
he like practically falls down when he gets down there, and he's like, it's perfect. Like, don't give away the game, Herbert. Come on, man.
Yeah, make him pay the whole rent.
So
Yeah.
Herbert wants to move in immediately. And despite Meg telling Dan he shouldn't do it, Dan takes the money and lets Herbert move in, which is the first instance of him choosing Herbert rather than Meg.
Yep.
He bit the apple.
Won't be the
got
last.
Yeah, it was temptation.
Mm-hmm.
We also get a really, really good scene where Meg goes, "You never told us why you left Switzerland anyway," and he goes, "There was nothing left to learn there."
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Okay. Yeah.
There was a whole country. There was
There,
nothing left to learn there.
there is a scene later where Dan brings up like what happened to Dr. Gruber, and Herbert just kind of goes and changes
So-
the subject. Yeah.
In the integral cut, we
Yeah.
learn that, and this is not in the unrated, Herbert was in psychiatric observation for months after what happened with
right.
Dr. Gruber.
Right.
Oh, I
And
missed
that's
that
why
line.
he left Switzerland. But
Okay.
he told Meg that there was nothing left there for him to learn.
So I like it better that that's actually canon, that he thinks he learned everything and not just lying to Meg.
yeah.
That is funny. Yeah.
Okay. Guys, tell me if I need to speed this up or what.
Oh, I'm having so much fun.
Yeah, I think if
How
anything,
far
it's
is
keep
it
going
to
to
us.
this
If we have a problem,
Are
we
you
just
gonna-
need to stop interrupting.
Oh, no.
How
Please
far have
interrupt.
we made it? How far have we made it?
No, not even a little bit.
20,
Okay,
20
so
minutes? 20? Yeah.
we see, okay, they're in class, and Hill is demonstrating how to open a cadaver skull. He's scalping, and the FX are really insane.
And he says it's like peeling an orange, which
Yeah.
is like crazy imagery. That's a good
Did
one.
So-
any of you think of NCIS Ducky Mallard?
No, shut the fuck up.
Oh, dude, you're so good for that. I thought of anytime I see anything with heads, I just think Saw 3.
Say that again.
What?
I always think Saw 3 anytime there's any kind of head
Oh, always.
surgery.
always.
Saw 3.
Wait,
Luke?
who?
Saw?
Who?
No.
Airs?
No.
See, I said no. I said no.
Stop it.
That, you
Yeah,
didn't get me.
Yeah, you did. He
Got
got
him.
you, he didn't get mad. Okay, I wanted to say that makeup was done by John Nolan and Everett Burrell. There were a few other names for FX, but I think those were the main two because the practical effects in this movie are insane.
They're the unsung heroes, for sure.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I mean they made the movie. I mean the acting, everything, just everything came together so perfectly for this movie.
For sure.
So, this is a really iconic scene where Herbert disagrees with what Dr. Hill is teaching because he's talking about the 6 to 12 minute limit. And he decides to interrupt his class by breaking his pencil. Just pompous,
Multiple
just this
pencils.
pompous asshole. I love this guy.
Well, I love,
But-
too, that he doesn't try to make it seem natural at all. He holds it up by
No.
his face.
He snaps it and then proceeds to pull out a whole nother pencil from his pocket. And then Dr. Hill starts talking about where the will is located in the brain, and he snaps it again.
Are there both pencils in the unrated, Kelly?
Yes.
Yes, that's always been there.
Dr. Hill's delivery of perhaps you should get a pen is really
Yeah.
good, too. They're back and forth here.
Because
Crazy.
then he says, it's going to be a pleasure failing you.
Ugh.
But also, this is interesting because this kind of, like I was saying before, I like that Herbert is not the villain of this movie. I like that there's someone worse.
Oh, yeah.
But like what he's doing is actually valiant. Like he's trying to conquer death so people
Yes.
don't die. You know, is it for his own ego?
Yes.
Man.
He is what makes, if he were a villain, he's what makes a good villain, because you can see, like, more altruistic intentions, maybe, where it's like, oh,
Yeah.
you started out in a good place and you veered off to the left.
So
Like,
Just
I
like
think we
Ultron.
have seen this guy as a villain.
I was thinking of Thanos.
Yeah.
But
I think we
Ultron.
have.
Ultron. Did
There are
Ultron
no
have
strings on
altruistic
me.
intentions?
I was thinking that. I don't remember his plan actually.
Nobody does. Kelly, please take it away.
Continue.
I was saying I think we have seen this guy as a villain because there's no way he wasn't the sole inspiration for Scarecrow, Cillian Murphy's Scarecrow, because he acts just like him, and he has the glasses.
And the Arkham
time for
connection.
you.
Come on.
Arkham.
Time to
Right?
lighten up. That's a
Yes,
Scarecrow
that's.
line.
Could you imagine? Okay, if they ever had to remake Re-Animator, which they never should, let me be clear, a Cillian
Cillian.
Murphy type in the role.
He would kill. And he would kill the.
But we
We
have
got it.
seen him play him.
Kill-
We got it.
We've
Wanna
seen
take
him
that
as
from the top?
Jonathan Crane.
That's true. That's true.
Too bad that movie's awful.
Yeah, it's my least favorite movie ever. This is my favorite movie, and Batman Begins my least favorite movie I've ever
Yeah,
seen.
Batman Begins trash.
Man, don't they just overreact?
Blows
about
ass.
things, you know, they just overreact about everything. It's kinda
That's
crazy.
We're allowed
that's
to have
the one.
opinions.
That's the one front Kelly and I will like stand on.
That's the
Like,
hill you're gonna
Agree on.
die on.
Yeah,
That's
where
your
you
bunker hill.
It's
Mark and I are rarely fighting on the same side in a war.
yeah. Unless all of us are on the
It's
same side, if it's just me and Kelly, that rarely happens, and it's Batman.
It's
Begins.
very rare.
You know, you guys also agreed on Dune Part 1. Both of you guys didn't like Dune
Didn't like
Part
it
1.
very
I liked it more when I rewatched it though, so that one's not
Okay.
as
Yep.
strong.
Never
as
Because
the
then
other.
I remember
I
there
didn't
was a
hate it,
moment
I
when-
just wasn't my thing.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, also, okay, when Hill starts talking about the 6 to 12 minute window, just to piss Herbert off, Dan is like staring at Herbert like
He also has a shirt that goes to like here.
his slumps. The V-neck is so low.
So pronounced.
Anyway, well, first, Herbert says, you should have stolen more ideas from Dr. Gruber, because then at least you'd have ideas. But there's also
Ooh.
a very interesting line that he says, which I think kind of encapsulates his character and why he's not totally evil. Because Dr. Hill ends the class because Herbert has pissed him off so much, and his ego's too big. And Herbert goes, how could you teach such drivel? These people are here to learn, and you're closing their minds before they even have a chance. Which I think is very telling
Damn.
It
about
is.
his intentions.
When he said drivel, I immediately thought of you, Luke, because you have mentioned how much you hate when people say drivel.
So dribble sparked something in my head, but I couldn't remember what. So there was a point in time where
You just said that
didn't
you
like
hate
it.
when people call other things drivel because
Drivel.
people do it a lot, but it's different when Herbert
It's
does
pretensions?
it. Let's agree on that. Yeah.
Yes.
It is
Because he's
pretend-
also
I think it's-
talking
yeah.
to Hill.
Yeah. I think it
Um,
was the pretension of it. I think you're right.
So Hill's having dinner with the Halseys,
Drivel.
and where we learn that Hill is a fucking pervert and obsessed with Meg.
Yeah.
Yeah, real gross.
Also,
And also the extended reveals that he's also psychic. So anyway.
Moving on.
also, did people call their fathers daddy in the 80s?
All the time.
yeah.
Because she's never
It's in so many
she never refers to him as dad. It's always daddy, and that
Yeah,
happens all the
that's
time
amazing.
in old movies.
It happens a lot, I think, in the South. They like people
Yes.
referred, but
Yes.
I've always found it off-putting
Yeah.
when anyone above the age of
Yeah.
7 calls their father daddy.
But that's like now. I think it's
Yeah.
really
Right.
not common now. But back in the
No.
day, I think it was more common.
Okay.
I'll see what AI overview tells
Yeah.
me.
No.
Oh my god.
I wonder too. But I think it's just because we have other context,
Yeah.
and back then less context in that regard. So I don't think it was like weird.
Do you think when she called her dad daddy, Dr. Hill was really jealous?
You need to
Yeah.
stop.
Kelly, move on before Luke reads any
wait,
AI
wait.
overview.
It was I'll tell you what, it was very confusing because this is the first time I've watched the integral cut. To see Dr. Hill just staring down the barrel of the camera lens.
Oh
What's
my
happening? That was, and like it was kind of fuzzy, like it was a little out of focus, and I was like, I don't know what's
The
going
quality was so
on
weird
right
that it
now.
kind of looked like his face was like shifting.
Yeah.
Like, it was strange. Well, you could
Okay,
just tell they
so-
put that in there.
Yeah.
Yes.
Meg and Dan discuss Herbert because Meg doesn't like going over to the house since Herbert has moved in. And Meg hates him, but Dan just thinks he's a little cracked.
He's just
is
a little
what
A
he
little
says.
cracked.
So he's a little cracked.
He's a quirky
they
little silly
realize-
guy. Come
Yeah,
on.
he says he's the typical genius type, which is what they called it in the 80s.
That's what they're calling it back then. That's what they call
That's
it.
what they're calling it.
Yep.
And they realize that Rufus the cat is missing. So they go to find Rufus the cat, and Meg stumbles upon his dead body in Herbert's freezer. You know, could have been anything.
Dan's reaction is so not strong enough. If I found my new roommate had, you would assume that he has killed the cat. Either way, if he didn't kill the cat, if I found my dead cat in my
Yep,
roommate's
in his
mini
fridge.
freezer, I would shoot him with a
Favorite-
gun.
A person that your
Also-
girlfriend that you think is your fiance continues to warn you about.
Yes, girlfriend.
Yeah.
I think it's fiance. Yes.
And he just
He's
kind of
just
goes,
a little cracked.
"What?"
He's
yeah.
just a little
But,
cracked.
okay, also, I want to discuss Herbert's room. His fridge is just open.
Why? Yeah, the
With
serum
the
has gone
dead
bad.
cat
The
inside.
reagent's getting warm.
No, but also, an all-timer line for me, personally, is Meg finds dead Rufus, and behind her, we see Herbert materialize and go, "What are you doing in my room?"
Does
It is
anybody
quite funny
discuss.
too.
does anybody
Because
think he
Dan
killed
is-
the cat?
No,
Yes.
I believe
So-
Herbert.
I believe
fully
that he
believe
did
her.
not, because
I
but
don't
he
think
also
that's his
didn't-
thing.
yeah, he also didn't kill the doctor at the beginning, right? I don't know how he ended up on the floor. I still am kind of confused on that.
I think
I
Herbert
think- I
killed the
think-
cat.
I
Ah.
totally don't. Because
Okay.
I think that it's totally against, like, his thing. I think he's an opportunist. He doesn't
Okay.
go out of his way to kill things, to bring
That's
them
a
back
good
to life.
point. He doesn't even
Because
do that
his
in the
whole
second
point is
one,
trying
yeah.
things to give life back to him. We only see him kill Hill, and that's a whole nother situation. That guy was a bad guy. So,
But does he think because he thinks he can bring the
Double
cat
decapitation.
back that it's not really killing it at all?
Mm.
well,
Right?
no, I think the cat did get into the garbage and suffocate, and
Right.
he's an opportunist and stole his body. It's still wrong.
So
It's not right.
I do agree with you, Kelly. I don't think he did, but when he apologized for it, he seemed genuinely sincere. But to me, I was like, that's the most human he's acted. He has to be lying. So then I
Oh.
turned
do a good
180.
job.
180.
He was,
doesn't do a good
he was
job of
almost
not
in the real
acting
world
guilty.
for a second.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was almost living in Meg's real world.
Yes,
second.
for a second when he apologized, and I was like, this guy has to be lying. He sounds too sincere. No, I don't. I
believe
don't
Herbert.
think he
I'm a Herbert
did in
defender.
context. It's just I think it drives Meg to think obviously that this guy's bad, but it actually was bad timing, and he's just a little cracked. So
He's just a
Yes.
little cracked.
If you find
Because what was-
if you find the cat like that, don't leave it in a half-open fridge with the
Well-
door to your room open.
What was he
correct.
supposed
Next
do,
to your
leave no
reagent.
Cat dead details later? Matt, what do you want?
Now, if he killed the cat, don't you think he'd be a little bit more protective of hiding the body?
I do
I
actually
just
think that a note saying "cat dead" details later would have been better than just stumbling
Cat's
across.
dead.
It's still
Yeah.
wrong.
Cat dead,
but I don't think he
TTYL.
killed Rufus.
Yeah.
Also, from what we know about Rufus, that guy probably got suffocated in the garbage.
I mean, most
He is
likely.
jumping everywhere. He's getting thrown in places.
Yes, he's getting thrown places.
So, but Meg,
Hey.
for good reason,
Hey, ayo, Joan.
She heard us talking about a black cat.
Meg thinks that he killed the cat, and this is what I like. There's a scene included in the integral version of Dan and Meg talking about it. I like that that's cut out of the unrated because
Yeah.
basically Dan's just like, I don't know, and then it cuts
Yeah.
to the next night.
Well, you know what's weird though is like their conversation is like he needs to get out of here, and they're like, no, we need more evidence.
Yeah,
What?
that's weird. That Meg,
to bring to the police.
it's Meg who says that.
Yeah.
And Meg has wanted him out since the beginning, and she says we need more evidence. That doesn't work. Just cut to the next scene.
Also, they get plenty of evidence later. They don't do anything with it.
Yeah. Okay. But also, Dan finds the reagent, and Herbert says that that's none of his business. Just like it's none of Herbert's business that him and Meg are sleeping together. And he threatens to blackmail them if they start talking shit about Herbert. That he's gonna tell Alan that they're fucking. So there's that.
So silly.
So
Okay.
they hadn't had. So the movie didn't show them having sex while like Herbert was living there, right? Like, sorry.
Well,
oh,
it's Mark. Can you hear me?
yes.
Okay, Kelly, are you there?
You all froze on me.
Okay, cool. I think we all did. We're back now. Mark, I think he assumed so because when they answered the door, Dan's
He was
cock
naked.
was
That
all
is
the way
true.
out.
Yes. I was also thinking I didn't know if he heard it happening and then stood outside while they had their whole 4-minute conversation, 4 or 5-minute conversation, and stood there. But he was probably standing for a
He
lot
just
longer.
saw
so
that he was naked.
that's fair. That's fair. I did forget that Dan walked out like that.
Okay. The next scene is the best scene that's ever been committed to film.
Mm-hmm.
Dan wakes up in the middle of the night to a loud cat screeching.
Mm.
And he grabs a baseball bat.
Yeah, he does.
And he's worried. He doesn't know what's going on. Maybe it's a break-in. Something's going on. He can't get into Herbert's room. Where is Herbert? He can't get into the basement. The basement's locked. He finally breaks down the basement door and falls all the way down the stairs. I know it's probably shorter. I don't know. This scene, it's my favorite scene in the world because it just keeps going.
I could watch a whole play about only this scene.
Yep.
I'm pretty sure Edgar Allan Poe did write a story that is just this scene. So he falls all the way down the stairs and he turns back and Herbert is running at him screaming cat because he has a cat on his back.
Okay, Jeffrey Combs' commitment to this scene, the way he's fallen into stuff, it's amazing. It is quite... Because, you know, how many times do you think they had to film this scene? He had to have been exhausted, and he's given it his all every
I think this
time.
is the first shot.
Most likely it's the first
Just
take.
do it once.
Yeah.
We got one shot at this.
So they're trying to get this cat off of Herbert's back. And they successfully do it, but now the cat is loose. And so armed with a cricket mallet and a baseball bat, they're literally hitting anything that they can. The cat is so obviously not around, and they're smashing everything. It's so good. Also, but this is how they bonded.
This is how they
That is
bond.
true.
You know, as a cat lover, you'd think I'd be like, oof. But this cat is so like fake looking. I don't know if I've laughed harder than when Dan throws a 94-mile-an-hour fastball at the cat at the wall.
So they spend what feels like 5 minutes banging around shit looking for the cat, and then the cat just comes out of the shadow like a jump scare, like he's running, like he's running, and Dan fully chucks him against the wall.
With blood, too.
With blood, that was
wall.
hard.
Yep.
Did you guys, did you Idge Bowl? Do you know what that
Pardon?
means?
Come again?
Idge Bowl?
I feel like
I
you're trying to
just
get it.
burst out laughing. IJBOL. I just burst out laughing. I learned that from Mike's Mike. Idge.
I know. I gotta watch Mike's Mike. Keep up with the new
Did you guys Idge Bowl?
Oh, you know I did. Can we move on?
All right, anyway, so the dead cat That's literally eviscerated, is now on the table. And Herbert's trying to explain his reagent to Dan, but we never get explained what his reagent is.
No.
Or what he says, every body is a chemical reaction. And that's all we get.
That's it.
We don't know what chemicals it is, how he's discovered this, but he's done it, and Dan is now reanimating. Mark, you good?
I was gonna sneeze, and I did not want that on camera.
So, but Dan, cause right, this is unbelievable.
Yeah.
And so Herbert decides, okay, well, I'm gonna do it again.
Yeah.
I'm gonna reanimate Rufus one more time just to prove a point.
Do it
Before
again.
that, let's do it again. Dan goes, you haven't done this on people. And Jeffrey Combs is so good. He might as well have pulled his collar and gone, the way he turns away and just scratches his head.
There is like 10 seconds of silence before he starts talking again.
It's so long.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then he decides he needs to reanimate Rufus again to prove it to Dan. He also claims that he quote, brought the infernal beast back to life just to prove it to Dan. He says that. He claims that he brought Rufus back to life to get Dan in on this.
And
Okay.
why wouldn't he have done it in front of Dan?
I don't know, but
Maybe he didn't know if it was gonna work.
yeah. Maybe he was just waiting to show Dan Rufus alive again.
Right. Well, okay. This actually makes me think of something. Okay. So where you're saying he's an opportunist, right? But he does say he's tried this on mice, guinea pigs, cats, dogs.
That's-
He's
How
just
are
finding
you
a bunch
finding
of
so many
dead
dead
animals.
ones? Yeah.
Honestly, I think I see like at least 5 a day when I'm driving down the road.
5?
No, you guys don't.
You know what?
There's so much roadkill.
I see a lot of roadkill too. You're right.
Oh,
5 a
dude,
day.
if he's just doing it to roadkill, and like that's so sad. Like
That
the way
is-
I
the
don't
way the
know.
cat just like cries when he reanimates it for a second time is like,
But
hey,
oh.
if he- Killing these
It is
squirrels isn't the
inhumane.
worst thing in the world. He's trying to defeat death, guys.
Oh, so you're a ends justify the means type of girly.
You give me a saucy little guy with glasses, and I don't know how to act all of a sudden.
He can run the world.
Entire
Yeah.
season
Her
of
moral
Peacemaker,
compass
yeah.
is all over the place.
It's spinning.
It's just spinning.
Yeah.
It's a game of roulette. So he reaches for the reagent again, and Dan goes, West, no! Waits a full 5 seconds for him
Yes.
to get that needleful, and
Yeah.
then goes, West, stop!
That's the best line reading I have ever seen in my life.
Watches him do it.
He has
I
to wait
love-
for him to do it, and the fact that he waited that, and they didn't cut. You would think that they would cut. Nope.
Yeah.
Nope.
I love it in movies when you can just tell that, like, if things would have been blocked out maybe a little nicer, it would have got flowed easier, and
Oh,
it
yeah.
just has to be like, no. No, wait. Like, oh, man.
Wes,
I'll take that
no!
again. Yeah.
West, stop! It's funny you say that because right after this, Herbert fully knocks down his reagent. And it's really
He
good.
does.
I like it. It's a part
Yeah.
of the scene, but he
Well-
fully knocks it over.
What I love is that they do a reverse shot, and it's still knocked over.
they-
so it's
they
like,
made sure.
they at least kept it in there. I love that.
There is a continuity error later in this movie with set design, which is interesting.
Oh, the broken glass?
Window. Yeah.
Yep. Yeah.
I don't
noticed
care
that.
about it. I don't care about continuity errors.
I know, I clocked that. I was like, when did that happen?
Okay, so this is my impression. They're reanimating Rufus in the basement.
Mhm.
So Dan knows that it's real this time. This is my impression of what's going on above them in the house. Meg walks into the house and goes, "What? What's going on? I wonder what my boyfriend's doing in the basement with his roommate." And she walks into the most insane scene imagine walking in on that.
Dude, I just feel
She's like-
so bad for Meg in this movie.
She's going
She's-
through hell this whole movie.
She's like, oh, thank God. I thought you guys were doing something else down here.
Yeah, thank God.
Yeah.
Just reanimating a dead
Reanimating.
cat.
Yeah.
The cat that she believes he killed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
And then they did
So-
kill a second.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This scene, also what happens to Rufus?
I don't
did.
think they go over it. They,
I don't
Aerosmith.
think
They
they,
reanimate.
don't think they kill it a third time.
Well,
I don't
I
think
mean, I guess what are we expecting him to tango? His back is broken.
Oh, I guess we don't see it. Yeah. So he could just be.
Oh.
Alive.
So
Nah,
he's just
the
suffering
parents- yeah,
silently
no,
in the
they put him
basement.
in, they gotta put him out.
Dan says, "Why is he making that noise?" And Herbert, this close to his face, goes, "Birth is always painful."
Is birth
Insane.
usually painful for the one being birthed?
Yeah. You have to ask him. You have to ask him.
I have to ask my
ask
child.
your kid.
Hey, how was that, Bucko?
Did that hurt?
Yeah.
That hurt.
Did that hurt?
Like,
How's
we
your
wouldn't
short
know
femur
ourselves.
feel?
Yeah.
Start filling out a form.
Like we weren't born.
Yeah.
Your short feet.
If you had to rate this experience on a scale of 1 to 5,
So whenever he can start talking, make sure you ask him immediately.
Yeah, ask
Do you
him.
remember
Ask him
being
that.
born? How much did it hurt?
could you imagine? He's like, I do remember being
I
born. I'd be like,
remember
okay.
everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He goes, "Which
I
time?"
do.
Yeah.
Yeah. What year? Which
time?
Which timeline am I in?
Oh my god, that's like the first thing
He starts
says
talking
to
about
me.
he was just on a boat that hit an iceberg.
Yeah.
I felt so cold. You're like, all right, buddy, let's stop talking about this.
The water was so cold.
Oh my god, move on.
Let's lay off the applesauce. Alright, so this is a scene, this next scene, is better in the unrated without context. Because in the integral, Dan and Meg and Herbert all talk to each other. And we learn that Herbert was under psychiatric observation for months after the Dr. Gruber situation. And Dan talks to Meg about going to talk to her father about this.
Right.
This is better in the unrated because immediately after reanimating Rufus and Meg running away, it cuts to Dan immediately going, "Herbert West has affected reanimation in dead animal tissue."
It is better, objectively.
Yes, to Halsey.
This wasn't the one oh wait, the Halcyon is after, where they...
Yes, it's after this. That's a good scene.
Yeah.
Um,
Was that in
I
both?
like, yeah. No,
Oh, okay.
it's just in the integral. Okay. So Halsey, also he goes, "Meg saw it too," and Halsey goes, "You brought Megan on this?" And Dan goes, "She walked into an experiment."
Oh, I bet she did.
Yeah, she did.
That's what she was afraid of.
She's been the whole time.
Yeah.
I think Dan stumbled into that experiment. And then Halsey threatens to take away Dan's loans and tells him that Herbert's been expelled from Miskatonic Medical School.
I don't
Yes,
think a
Mark.
dean can take away loans.
That's what I was
Yeah,
gonna
I don't know what the deal with
I
that
think he
is.
meant scholarship.
I'll ask in 1985.
be like,
Well,
isn't that like a FAFSA thing?
Yeah, I'm
Like, I
pretty
don't think you
sure
can just
that
do
the school doesn't loan you anything, but they could give you a scholarship. So maybe they
Yeah,
meant
some
that.
some fuck ass private loan place is gonna do it.
You just
so,
send a really
uh,
strongly worded letter to FAFSA.
Yeah. Like
He also tells Dan that Dan has to write a letter apologizing to him.
which is
saying
insane.
that.
Insane behavior. This man
What
is
the fuck?
47. You're gonna make him write a letter?
But he's hypnotized,
Also,
yes?
I think that's why already?
Well, this is after the dinner conversation.
But
That's
he,
true.
I'm
so
thinking he
Yes,
hates
it is.
Dan
Yeah.
and her because
Yeah, yeah,
he's
Yes,
hypnotized.
yes.
Okay, yes, you are
Now
correct.
that I know that there's...
I got that on my first watch, even with the unrated.
I didn't get hypnotism. I just thought he just got convinced. I thought just he was like the powerful argument. I don't know.
Yeah,
There's
yeah.
a scene. There is a scene in the unrated that's not in the integral that makes
Really?
it clear that he's a psychic to the unrated version.
Which scene is that? Do you?
He's convincing his head's already cut off, and he's convincing Alan to go kidnap Meg. And
Ah.
Alan is staring at himself and his reflection, but then he starts seeing Carl's head on his body through the
That's
reflection.
right.
And he's like talking to him in a hypnotic state, which I guess you could argue is because if you don't want him to be a psychic, it's because he's already lobotomized. But
I
to
think
me, when I
that's-
first watched the movie,
yeah.
I was like, okay, he's a psychic.
I never got psychic watching the unrated one. I think I probably went, oh yeah, he's died, been reanimated, and lobotomized. I don't think he's in his right mind right now.
Isn't that insane though that they took an already batshit fucking crazy movie and were like, hey, what if the bad guy also had psychic powers? And he's just
Why?
some guy.
It's like if they
Why?
combined Mr. Mercedes with End of Watch, it just
That is okay. When End of Watch took a psychic turn, I was like, what is happening?
what the fuck is happening?
It is funny to me though, because I think it was just, well, how would he? It's because he knows so much about willpower, or does he know so much about willpower because he was already psychic?
Correct.
Yeah.
Right.
It's
The
I
chicken
don't
or
know.
the egg.
Yeah.
I mean,
the
he
egg.
literally mind controls people. So like, he's probably psychic.
Yeah, he probably didn't like dig in someone's brain and go, "Oh, I get it now," like, and then be able to do it. Yeah,
That's where the
Who
will
knows?
is.
yeah.
So, this next scene is funnier in the unrated, but is a good scene that got cut. That's in the integral,
Okay.
which is what I like to call the challenger scene. Because it's the scene where Meg and Dan are talking, and Meg's like, you gotta stay away from Herbert. And Dan's like, okay, let me go just talk to Herbert real quick.
Just real fast. Just a
And then
quick
Herbert
look.
comes out of the shadows and replaces Meg in the scene. Matt, do you know what I'm talking about? The scene that I'm talking about?
In the
They're
They're
hallway,
talking
like,
outside, they're talking
rotating.
in the hallway. And they're rotating positions the whole time. Because
Oh,
Herbert's in between them. He pushes Meg out of frame, so he's now took her place. She comes back into frame in the middle, pushes
Yes,
Herbert
yes,
out of
yes.
frame, and then Dan pushes Meg out of frame because
Yes.
he's decided to go with Herbert, not Meg.
that's right. That's a good scene.
Visual storytelling right there.
Yeah.
Thanks
To
research
show
guy.
Dan's conflicting alliances. But it's much funnier in the unrated because immediately after Dean Halsey goes, I hate you, I'm gonna take away your loans, it cuts to Dan sneaking Herbert into the morgue to reanimate
Yeah.
a dead body.
Yeah.
Where in the integral they discuss how they need to do it on a person to know if it actually works. But it's much funnier to him just being like, to just cutting to him being on board to doing it to humans.
It is part of the charm of the movie to just leave the internal, like the thought processes to be implied or assumed or just not even care about. So
Yeah.
like I get it, that scene is really good, but I think I
I
do
like-
probably prefer just the cut to hanging out with Herbert again.
Yeah.
I do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's personally why I prefer the unrated.
Yeah.
Mark, any insights at this point in the movie?
Sorry, Sky was trying. I was playing with Sky because she wanted this
Sky's
pencil
funny.
really bad.
Wait, who?
I really liked that scene. I don't remember what it was like with the unrated, but I really liked the positioning because it was like them fighting for it, and at the end with him, Dan taking her spot, being like he is the one pushing her out, not Herbert. I thought was really good, and it's good that they cut it for the unrated because it's funnier when the good scenes are not even there. Like not only are the scenes just shorter, it's just like some of the good scenes are not there either. So that's pretty funny.
So do any of you know when this integral cut, like when the first time it was like shown
2013.
was? Really, it was that late. Oh wow.
Is that just
Okay.
because that's what it says at the end of the YouTube video? that
No,
we
it was
watched this whole movie?
I
did
when
really-
we had first before you looked up more stuff about it, Kelly, when I was trying up here, I looked it up and it said it was a 2013 thing where
Okay.
I think it was fans made it or something like that, but I heard something about it being 2013. Or I think it was Google AI overview when I searched it.
Of course, yeah.
Oh.
Unfortunate.
Has to be the case.
Well,
Has to be
it's
the
not my
case.
fault. That's the first thing that comes up when I Google.
Luke,
Yeah.
you love
No,
AI.
no.
What it sounds like.
Cares?
So, Dan sneaks Herbert into the morgue, disguised as a dead body, which is a really funny shot.
Yeah, it is.
And the security guard leaves to grab some coffee. That's it.
Yep.
But he's gone for a really long time. I'm starting to think he's not actually grabbing coffee, guys.
So,
Well,
this
it
one,
is his break time. It's his break
This-
time.
it's later when he's reading Boudoir magazine,
Yes,
right?
so
And then he goes break
we
time.
retroactively
Right.
find out that this is
You're like,
that's what he was
oh.
also doing. Yeah, this time.
He also
Yeah.
says time to
It's
go
a twist.
grab some coffee, and he all but winks at Dan. And Dan's
Yeah.
like,
He's like, time to
okay.
make a deposit at the Spank Bank.
Oh
Bang, bang.
God! Just Kelly, please
Matt.
move on.
Ah!
Kelly,
Not
move-
you, other.
You're gonna be a father, and you just said
that's gonna be on the internet.
He's gonna hear that.
I stand by it.
Oh gosh, please
I
continue.
muted Matt.
Yeah.
Matt has been kicked out of the chat.
Yeah. You never see Matt on the podcast again.
Yeah.
I'll take my time out.
Okay, but before they reanimate a dead body, Herbert has to get his shoes on.
I
Like-
love this scene.
Like figuratively, or
Yes.
No, he
No, literally.
No, he's
Yeah.
getting pushed on the
he's
thing,
barefoot, so he looks like a dead body.
Oh, yeah.
and it takes him forever to tie his shoes.
Sorry, I forgot what point. Yes.
The
Yes.
thing, do you know, can you guys guess what part of this I kept getting hung up on? That I couldn't stop thinking about when he was
Spank
putting his
bank?
shoes on.
When he's putting his shoes
Was it
on,
that
it was
he
how
put
he was tying
his
Not that.
sock and then shoe, and then sock and then shoe, or was it?
Well, I mean, there's that because I usually put sock, shoe,
Well,
shoe.
I do
but-
sock, choo.
sock shoes.
But no, it's that he left his toe tag on and put the
Oh,
sock
yes!
over it,
What?
which is crazy because you're gonna be walking on that. It's gonna be so
Well,
uncomfortable.
Oh, he's
Who
walking on a
knows
toe
if he's
tag?
gonna have to be a dead body again?
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
he's gonna
a
have
good
to-
point.
Wait,
He
I was
tied
gonna
those
say he
shoes
has
so
to get
tight.
out somehow, but that doesn't.
And
make any
I
sense.
also just kept thinking about if I were Jeffrey Combs, I would be so stressed filming this, knowing like, oh my god, you gotta like move
Yeah.
quicker and like tie these shoes in. If you fuck
No,
up, it's
it's
like, well, we gotta go again.
It's perfect for his
anyway.
character.
It's
Yeah,
because then he like does he brings his knees up really high.
yeah, he does.
Luke,
So,
when you have to wear,
we're
so
looking-
this is for Luke and Matt. When you guys have to wear like work pants, like say you
I
have
don't wear
khakis,
pants.
work
Yeah.
khakis,
I don't know what khakis are.
You mean chinos?
Oh yes.
and do you put on socks? And
No.
the socks before the
I
pants.
I do if I'm doing I don't. I should do that if I'm wearing a suit though. That would be smart.
I always put on socks before pants.
Yeah,
Almost.
so then you
I
don't have
don't,
to scrunch
I
up the
should.
work pants.
I
And-
should.
Yeah, especially when they're like a
Correct,
little
yeah.
tight at the end, you just put the socks on first. Your brain doesn't naturally want to do
Oh.
that. You want
but
to
then
work your way
sometimes
down.
if I
Yeah,
get
that makes
distracted,
sense.
then I'm walking around looking like an idiot because I got socks on, no pants. And then I
That
look
is true.
very
That does
silly.
happen sometimes.
Yeah.
But it does help. And so your socks,
does
your
happen
long socks
sometimes.
don't get scrunched up too or anything because you're trying to pull the.
Yeah.
Yeah. You just throw
Yeah,
them up
yeah.
exactly where you want. Throw on the pants.
Do you know that
One-
guys used to wear sock garters where they would clip to your underwear?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I love those
Of
things.
course. Yes.
Like
Yeah,
that is a
so-
good invention. Why did we stop doing that? Because my socks are always
Right?
falling.
You
down.
Get some.
don't wear garters?
I usually clip
I-
them all the way up here.
Oh.
Yeah.
They turn into your
Um,
suspenders.
Yes, exactly. I just wrap them all the way around.
Okay.
And that's why I'm so uncomfortable all the time.
Understood.
The garters.
Oh my god. Okay, Kelly.
Okay, so they're looking for bodies to reanimate. And we have they look through a bunch of bodies that all come back at the end, which is fun. We have a
It is
shotgun
fun.
a victim, a meatball quote, because that's what Dan said that Herbert was
Right.
to get him into more. My favorite is malpractice. And they finally find a worthy subject. I love how on board Dan is at this point. He's sneaking into morgues to reanimate the dead.
Well, and not only that, they find this guy and Herbert's like, he's good enough. And Dan's like, no, let's find a better one. And he's like, we don't, and Herbert's like, we don't have time. Let's just do this guy. But Dan is like down to like keep looking for a better subject. It's like, no, Dan, Rein it in, man.
Dan is
Love
so
the
in.
enthusiasm.
He's so
Yeah.
in with the whole plan.
I love it. I love them. That's my favorite couple in that's ever existed.
Oh,
I
What
love
is their
these
couple
guys.
name?
Oh,
Durbert?
Durbert.
it would either be that or Haniel, right? So
I like Durbert.
I like Durbert.
Herbert's
that's good.
Durbert. All right.
We'll
Or you
workshop
could
it
do
later.
Kane and West, Wayne, just David Wayne.
It's just David Wayne.
David Wayne.
Durbert Wayne.
West. All right. Anyway,
Anyway,
or it could just be two unrelated things. Okay, whatever. They reanimate this guy, but it seems to not be working. And Dan goes, "That's it. We failed. Let's go." And Herbert goes, he slaps the dead body and goes, "He failed, not I."
yeah.
And then he administers 22 more CCs.
He just
Of
doubles
the
that
reagent.
shit.
Double
Yeah.
it.
Because
Double
they
it,
don't know,
triple it.
you know?
Hey, to
Yep.
be
How
fair,
much it needs
if that was probably the right amount for somebody of his size, but this guy's like twice the size as Herbert. So
This guy's
Yeah,
huge.
they chose.
Yeah.
They chose, like a 6'8" wrestler
yeah.
to reanimate. Also, we find out that Dean Halsey is looking for Dan,
Right.
and Meg is trying to stop him. She's trying to say give Dan a chance, but Dean Halsey says, "I've seen this before in med students." I mean, I know he's just like
slap
Dan.
him.
He's gone mad. I've seen this
Malpractice.
before. Malpractice. But
Malpractice.
also, really good line. He asked the doctor lady. He goes, "Is Mr. Kane loose in this hospital?"
That's a good line.
And he is.
He is quite
He
loose.
sure is. So, the body, right when they think they failed, the body reanimates. And Dan and Herbert get ragdolled around this room.
And not in a fun way.
No. They're getting thrown against everything. Walls, gurneys. And Alan Halsey gets into the room and he's banging on the door. What does he think is going on? What do you guys think he thinks is going on in there?
I have no idea what
Yeah.
anyone would think, because there's a lot of like, it sounds like someone's getting their ass kicked in there.
Yeah,
But
that's
so like,
With
who does
the
he think
dead
is
body.
kicking whose ass? Yeah.
Dan's just beating the shit out of Herbert.
But then you would think he's like, maybe don't stop him then.
Yeah, that's
'Cause,
true. Yeah.
Although wait, no, Halsey has
Domestic
no
violence.
problem
Oh,
with West. It would have been Hill.
Well,
Yeah,
he
never mind.
expelled him. He expelled him.
Oh yeah, so you did.
Oh, he expelled both of them. That's right. Oh no, he didn't expel Dan. He only
Trying to take
rescinded
his loans
his
away.
loan, which is
loan.
essentially
I-
expelling because he knows
I-
that Dan's a broke
Well,
ass
he is
bitch.
he
Yeah.
is his girlfriend's father, so maybe he did loan him money. Personal
Oh.
Oh!
Oh, you're on this.
Oh.
funds. So just,
All of us.
afterwards, the
Mark's
dumbest,
paying
the dumbest
attention.
explanation. All
Oh,
three. Oh!
No way,
Except for the most
man.
important part of this movie. Without an
God.
explanation, it's
X-Men
completely
timeline
falls apart.
solved.
Stop, Matt. That's crazy. That's
Oh,
a
that's
crazy
a good reference.
That's a deep
That's
cut.
a crazy reference, Matt. All of us. Oh. Oh my God, Kelly, continue.
Um,
Wow.
Dean Allen Halsey has his head up against the door listening to whatever the fuck is going on in there. Oh, so sorry. Before that, Herbert yells at the body, the reanimated body, to stop. And he turns to look at him because he yelled. The makeup is crazy. This is
It
so
is
disturbing.
crazy.
But Herbert takes that because all they were looking for, the reason they broke into the morgue, is because they were looking for any conscious reaction.
Right.
He takes that as being a conscious reaction, was turning to look at him. And so that just fuels Herbert for the rest of the movie.
Now he can't stop, guys. From here on.
That's all
out.
he was looking for.
It's Schrodinger's head turn because it is like
Yes.
the way that
Because-
Dan, because he's like, it's just reactionary. You hear a loud noise and you turn.
I
Yeah.
like Dan's line because Herbert says he had a conscious reaction, and Dan goes, he heard you as an animal would. And Herbert goes, that might be. We gotta test it again to find out.
Valid point. Let's try again.
Yeah, that's if there's one thing about Herbert West. So the guy jumps on the door to get out, which Halsey is behind and crushes him under the weight of the door.
The sound, the squelch that
Yeah.
they put in was gross. I was shocked he wasn't dead immediately.
Immediately. I remember showing this to Mark and Luke, you guys, for the first time, and just like basically the whole movie, but especially this part, your jaws just being completely
This
open.
was
You guys were like,
Yeah.
what the fellas, what the fuck is going on? Like,
Ellis.
so now the guy's ragdolling Halsey, and he's lifting him up like Christ. And so he's in the process of murdering Halsey,
Yes.
and Dan's trying to get him off of him, and then Herbert comes up behind him and just goes, Dan, watch out, turns on a bone saw, and drills a hole through the body's back, through his abdomen, through his front.
Oh, it's so
Would a
good.
bone saw work like
And then
that?
he... No,
to
but I
push
love
it.
it.
Okay.
Right, because it's the flat.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
If you cut the,
It looks cool as hell, and that's what's
Yeah, it
important.
does.
Yeah.
I love the, like... Guys, I love practical effects, and if I could
Yeah.
eradicate CGI, I would.
CGI, AI, all the ones.
Yeah.
that
Well,
I know.
Luke likes it.
Yes.
well, we're seeing
SI.
Avatar opening night, aren't we?
I'm not. Who
Kelly's
the
not.
fuck?
Kelly's not. We're gonna make Matt watch Way of the Water though.
The ones
I've not
that
even-
I haven't. Have you seen it?
No,
I've watched 25% of the first movie.
it's on our
And-
doc for December. Sorry.
I
On
will
the
watch
dock.
it then. Let me tell you, I was watching it and I was like, wow, this movie seems kind of bad. But we'll see.
You've never seen it all the way through?
No, I've only seen the first like
Oh,
30 minutes, maybe.
I've only seen it once in 2000.
I don't.
So
Yeah, 2009.
I think
nine.
partly it's I know how crazy everyone went over it, so I'm like, this better be good, and that's a bad attitude to come into a movie with.
Yeah, that's true.
So,
that's fair.
yeah.
That's fair.
I love the chest plate looking thing that he goes through. I
Yeah.
love the practical effects. And I love practical effects so much because it looks incredible, but even when you can tell what they did to achieve that, it's so impressive.
Yeah,
It's so creative.
I feel that way about Dr. Hill's head later, where it's like
Yeah.
when I can tell, I'm like, I don't care, I love it. I'd much rather have that
Yes.
than a CGI head.
Yeah, for sure.
I agree.
But unfortunately, Alan's dead. So what do we do now? We'll reanimate Dean
He's an
Halsey, of course.
opportunist. If it's
the
a
freshest
dead body,
What do you gotta do?
He's the freshest body that they could come across. What was it? Sans murdering someone ourselves. Granted,
Yeah.
it was an accident.
I mean, Herbert definitely just like
He's an
purposely
opportunist.
went wherever the dead he
Okay.
went to the morgue. Like essentially, is like that's where a lot of the schooling is taking place is with the cadavers.
Yeah.
He just did that. So I don't think he was trying to learn anything for that doctor. He's just there so he could take the opportunity.
And to be
Sure.
honest, I think
Hate so.
after this went the way it did, he knew he needed a fresher body. I think this saved Herbert from murdering somebody, so he was like, hell yeah, you know?
I think so. He was like, I'm not directly responsible, so
Yeah.
this is
He's
better.
like, thank God, I was having thoughts, man.
I think
This close,
this
that's
is
this close.
this is further proof that he did not kill the cat. Because if he found the cat would have been dead for
Right.
a while. If he would have
Right.
killed the cat, he
That's
would
a
have
good
done it with a fresh body.
That's what I told Luke.
That's-
Yeah, I think he would have
okay.
done it immediately if he killed the
Can we
cat.
convince
You're
you, Matt?
convincing me. You're convincing me. Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
It's serum.
Dan is like, we can't do this again. And the way Herbert goes, he was probably dead too long. He wasn't fresh enough. He's also crawling around. And then he winds his ass off to get Dan to help him.
Yeah, he does.
Dan!
Having a Herbert Dan whine off.
Yes, he ultimately convinces Dan because Halsey's fucking dead. his girlfriend's dad is dead. So if they could bring him back to life, let's do it again.
Yeah. What's the harm at that point? Yeah.
I have a favorite part, but it's not yet. I just don't want to forget it, and I just now decided it's my favorite part of the movie. So we'll get to it.
Okay.
You can continue. I just wanted to put it out there before I forget. So if I don't say anything,
so we'll
someone remind me.
Say what's your favorite part? Yeah. Okay. Gotcha.
Okay. Also, we learn about what, Luke?
He's just being an asshole.
Luke, tell me your thoughts. I'm talking so much, and you haven't talked at all.
I've said words. I've said really cool
Luke,
jokes.
type into Google.
You said who?
Type into Google how do I feel about Re-Animator and read the thing.
Oh! I'll see what it says.
Okay, we also learn about Herbert's love of unbreakable plastic. That line is so funny to me. I laugh at it every time.
What was he talking about, too? Like, what?
He was... Because the reagent didn't break, and he just goes, unbreakable plastic, one of the world's best creations, or whatever.
Yeah, I was like, I didn't know if he was talking about the bottle it was in or something else entirely, but I was like, you know what, good for you. I'm glad you found it.
He was like, more durable than anything. Well, certainly more durable than this.
Yeah,
Talking about the body or something. It was so strange.
So I typed in, how do I feel about Re-Animator? And it said, and then it just gave a description of what Re-Animator is.
Okay.
And it says, the last sentence, while its over-the-top nature and graphic violence celebrated by fans, some viewers have noted criticism regarding the film's sexism, the way it diverges.
You cut
That's
out.
right, yeah,
the whole last sentence.
Never mind.
Yeah.
Never mind. It doesn't matter.
It doesn't tell you.
Quiet.
The important thing is it doesn't tell you how you feel, which is good.
You're acting like it's our fault you cut out. So, also, Dan, completely numb at this point. He's already in shock.
He's been in shock all movie.
So, Halsey, Meg, I really like the scene of Meg deciding that enough is enough and that she needs to go check it out herself. Okay, because I really like Meg, because the way that she's written, I feel like, thank God she's played by Barbara Crampton, because I think Barbara Crampton brought so much more, like, so much strength to the character that wasn't in the written material.
For sure.
To make Meg really, like, real.
And I think that's why she feels like the only character based in reality, because she could have been a one-dimensional character that was just there to be Dan's girlfriend and to die at the end. Yeah. But you're right. Yeah,
she's the only one in the real world.
Yeah. And I like that. It's like, you are here to take charge when you need to, and that's awesome. Yeah.
Yes, I think she brought a lot to this character. I love Barbara Crampton, and I love the scene of her trying to sneak her way down, and she like does a whole spin.
She does a 360. I know.
Nonchalant.
360.
No skull.
Whoa. Okay. So, Halsey reanimates after 17 seconds. And immediately attacks the boys.
Yeah, here we go again.
You know it's 17 seconds?
Mamma mia.
Longer than 6 to 12.
Oh!
6 to 12.
And he's trying to speak, which hasn't happened before.
Right.
And Meg, once again, walks into a fucking nightmare.
Dude.
Her own father, who's dead, choking the shit out of her boyfriend and her boyfriend's affair.
Yeah.
and
her
the
boyfriend
man
and her boyfriend's
having
boyfriend.
An emotional affair with.
Yep.
Right.
And so the jack off guard finally comes back
Yeah, dude.
with his gun drawn.
Yeah.
He was gone for a long time.
He had to get some coffee. His gun is drawn.
He comes back with no coffee, by the way. Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
With a gun. And Halsey is in the corner. He's no longer attacking them. And Herbert blames everything on Halsey. I mean, what else? How else do you explain it? But it's also just his
so
audacity
immediate.
is so funny.
Yes, it's so immediate, and like it was his fault. Everything was his fault.
It's so like schoolyard. Be like, no, he did it.
He did it.
Yep.
Also, something I forget I forget this line happens every single time I watch this movie, and I'm like clutching my pearls every time it happens, is when Meg is standing outside of the morgue and they hear her and Herbert goes, "Damn it, bitch."
Yes,
He
I know. I'm
calls
like,
Meg a bitch.
and Dan does nothing about it.
Dan's in shock.
Dan's in shock, but also, wouldn't you be like, hey, fucking cool your jets, man?
Dan just saw a person get reanimated, murdered again. He just indirectly murdered his girlfriend's dad and then reanimated him again. He's got a lot going on.
Okay, but according to Dean Halsey, he's seen this all before. So,
Yeah,
I mean,
it's
Dan should just get
true.
over it.
If he's seen it all before, Meg probably has too.
Yeah, exactly.
So, something, a little quirk that I love is this scene, especially in the scene where she walks in on them reanimating Rufus, Herbert just looks so annoyed that
know.
she's walked in. Not like worried that she's gonna see or anything. He's
Nope,
just
just
so
annoyed.
fucking
He
annoyed.
hates her so much.
Just so sexist.
He hates her.
Well, no, I think he's just in love with her boyfriend.
Yeah.
Okay,
We
good
know in
point.
the next one he's
Oh.
woman.
Yeah, no man's
that
mind or
grew
woman's
out.
womb.
Yeah, maybe
Oh, it
His
started
hatred
with
for Meg.
Oh,
it just grew. Yes,
Oh,
it grew
no.
out of
Meg
his
was the
experience.
seed.
Yeah.
A seed.
God.
The seed got
Okay.
planted.
Okay, so he tells the cop that Halsey came in and he went crazy and he took a bone saw and ran it through a cadaver and Herbert was there to visit his very platonic friend Dan. And
It's
then
like, I
the
was
cop
just here
goes,
minding my own
I was
business.
just, and he like strokes his peck a little bit.
Yeah.
And then the cop goes, I'm calling the police.
He's like, man, I took this job because I knew I wouldn't have to do shit and I could go take coffee breaks a lot. This is way above my pay grade.
And Dan falls to the ground in shock. And this is one of my favorite shots of the movie is Herbert putting the blanket over him and then spinning the recorder in front of his face like he's about to give it to him, but then putting it in his own pocket.
So good. It's so good. Every time I watch this movie, I think he's gonna give it to him. I never remember that that's what he's gonna do, and then so he's like, I'm like, okay, he should be in Now You See Me. He got sleight of hand.
I think this performance is like a great example of bringing physicality to a character. Like a character doesn't just stop at like the
Like,
emotions. It's his whole body is playing
Yeah.
this character.
like the wolf from The Bad Guys.
Like the wolf from the bad guys.
Exactly.
Not the wolf, wolf.
The bad guys.
My wolf.
Okay.
Even the way he puts on his shoes is very Herbert West.
Yes. We've made it to the best scene that I've ever seen in my life that was cut from the original cut of this movie.
This was so good.
Which-
I could not believe they cut this.
Neither could I. You can ask Mark. I was in awe. I was like, what this is the, Mark, how many times while watching this did I just go, this is the greatest movie ever made?
Honestly, no less than like 8.
I was
Same when she
foaming
watched
at
it
the
with me.
mouth. Yeah.
I think she said it maybe 10 times while watching with
So
me
more
today.
with you.
But like, Mark, when we were watching the scene for the first time together, we were like, what the fuck?
Yeah, that was
I can't
crazy.
believe we haven't seen
Well,
this before.
I thought that there was, and my brain was thinking there's more to him doing this too. And then it doesn't seem so, but
Okay.
I was like I was so confused because
Okay,
it's
So-
it seems like a big part that they cut.
this is the best scene that's ever been made, and I'm so glad that it survived enough to even be put into the integral.
Yeah,
Can you explain
We
for
follow-
the listener at
That's
home?
what I'm
Yeah.
doing right now.
the
Thank you.
one.
Dan and Herbert are at their house. Herbert's fucking high as shit on the fact that he just thinks they got a conscious reaction. Dan is still in shock. Herbert starts grabbing his head.
Yes.
Like his head's hurting. Mark and I are like, what? What the fuck?
What?
He runs away to his room.
Scurries.
Dan's like, he scurries.
yeah.
Dan
even.
follows him, opens his door. We find out that Herbert has been injecting himself with the reagent while being a very alive human being. Like he's like into his veins. He's
He
been
is
injecting
tweaking.
himself. He's addicted to the reagent. This
The
is
way-
psycho.
The way he smacks his arm to get the vein.
Yeah.
I was like,
This-
this is a method actor.
And this is the most romantic scene I've ever seen in my life because he's tweaking out so bad that he can't do it himself. That Dan says, "Fuck it," and grabs it and injects Herbert. He grabs his arm. It's so romantic, guys, and injects the reagent into Herbert. And then Herbert stands up and goes, "Time to make a plan."
Time to make our plan.
Our plan.
It goes from tweaking to fine 5 seconds. He just needed that coursing through his veins.
He's addicted to it.
Little did we know that he's been injecting himself with the serum this entire time.
He rubbed the spot on his head that he always injects it into the core.
Oh,
That part is what's hurting.
Visual storytelling.
it informs so much about the character. Mark, what you were saying earlier when you're like, there's got to be a reason a Herbert is such a lunatic sometimes. Is he just like that? This makes so much sense.
So
I do like it where
The
it's
way-
like we don't know. Like
Yeah,
I
right.
like it, but I also like the non-explanation that he's just like this.
No,
But to
right,
me,
right,
he was
right.
No,
already
I don't
just
think
like that.
makes him a psycho. I don't think this makes him a psycho. I think he's doing this because he's already a lunatic.
I think you're right.
chicken or
I think
the egg?
he's always psychotic, but I think his some of his mannerisms and why he seems so
Manic.
desperate to do it now. I feel like this explains it. It's like, oh, okay.
Yeah, it could have
So
been like
he
part
says
of...
it's a
Go ahead.
he says it's a diluted solution, and it's just so he doesn't have to sleep.
Diluted. This is like
So-
Dr. Langdon in the pit. He's like,
Oh.
I'm just trying to wean
Second
myself.
mention of
Okay.
the
Trailer
pit.
for
Second
that.
mention of the pit.
Yeah.
They just released a trailer for that.
I
the way.
could not believe that they already have a teaser for
So
that. I was like,
fast.
you guys work like you're in the pit. Like
Yeah.
this is, you guys are working so
That's
fast.
how it's behind the scenes. It's just the same.
Yeah.
So the way I interpret it is that he's addicted to his reagent and his head is hurting because he's been injecting himself with the reagent. Kind of like Daniel Malloy drinking vampire blood while still being human, while he's having crazy dreams about the twins.
Danny
Right.
Malloy makes a comeback yet again.
I mean, you've never been more right about anything.
never been
You said you've never been right.
Well,
about
yeah,
any-
you've never been
True
right.
that was a
True
slip.
that. True that.
Yeah.
Freudian slip. Freudian slip.
I'd like to hear your alternative thing that you were thinking before, because you
Oh.
thought he was like he had brain
I thought that they were gonna go
Issues.
more into like him maybe having like
dying.
yeah, he was like dying and his brain
Oh.
was not functioning, which is why he was obsessed with creating a reagent in the first place. And so his headaches were actually from that. Like my brain started like thinking like maybe that's explains why he was even into this in the first place. So him injecting himself is to keep himself alive because he might be dying and like having cognitive issues or something. I don't know.
I think that you are confusing him with Dr. Morbius.
That's what it was. A Morbius mention. Wow.
Morbius.
I don't
Is
think
it
so because the
movie?
movie doesn't explain anymore. I just thought maybe we'd get more of an
Yeah.
explanation later because I was so
Right.
thrown off by him injecting himself that I was like, well, that brings
What the
people
hell?
back to life. Is he dying? And that's like a
Right,
thing.
right.
But it seems like he just wanted to, so he can't sleep.
He just felt good.
He's just a mad scientist and he's obsessed with his work.
So he has
So
to.
of course he
I
would do
guess.
it to himself.
Yeah.
But now he's having withdrawals and
Yes.
it's
Yeah.
affecting him because he's been injecting himself with it while he's alive.
You
This
hate to
is
see it.
crazy.
You hate to see
It's
it.
crazy that they cut that.
It's so good. Do you think it was just too gay?
Too gay.
He literally sticks something inside of him. I don't know. There's a metaphor there.
The MPAA was like, mm-mm.
No, he can't stick anything.
That's
inside.
too gay.
Yeah.
A man cannot stick anything inside
Anything.
another man.
It was just, I think it was too
What's the range?
sensual. It was just
too
like,
sensual.
when he was like, no, let me do it for you. And he grabbed his arm. They were like, No. No.
That's-
No, that's too hot.
That
That's
was
too hot.
single-handedly why this was a video nasty. This video, pretty nasty.
Nasty.
Anyway, guys, that's crazy.
That is crazy.
Luke, how'd you feel seeing that for the first time?
Good.
Good.
Do you like the scene?
Yes.
God. Luke's sleepy. Wait, Luke's.
I
Sleepy.
did. It was a great scene. It was a great scene.
Luke's sleepy.
Okay, that's my favorite scene I've ever seen
It's so
in
good.
my life. Okay, Halsey's now in Dr. Hill's care, and he tries to get Meg to release him to him so he can do exploratory surgery. And then he tries to explain what he's gonna do on a mannequin head. That's very important later. And then he starts getting extra fucking weird.
Oh yeah,
And she runs away. So
as she should.
Yep.
Yes.
Poor fucking Meg, guys. This
It's
whole
awful.
movie, like, Herbert's in a romantic comedy, and Meg's in hell.
Yeah.
She tries. It's not even like the horror movie character where you're like, well, don't do dumb things. It's like she is trying so hard. She doesn't deserve any of this.
No.
It just keeps happening to her.
Yeah.
Okay. Yes, so Dan tells Meg what happened, and Meg slaps him in the face twice, and Dan has no reaction.
Yes.
Okay, and next scene, Bill materializes in the basement, in Herbert's basement, out of nowhere. This is a very important scene.
Is this- wait.
Okay, this... Yeah.
Wait. Before this, wasn't there a scene where he's lobotomizing?
Oh,
the-
so that is just in the integral cut.
Right. Okay, that's what I was gonna say. I was like, I don't remember that part, but I think it was unnecessary. I think you
Yeah.
could cut it because later when they find him, they're like, oh no, he's been lobotomized, and it's fine.
It makes more sense because that's how he finds out that Halsey is dead.
I guess that's true.
But the way they cut it in the unrated is just like he figured it out just based on, you know, all the weird shit that's been happening. But the
Doctorly
scene of him-
intuition.
the scene is in the integral cut is that he does exploratory surgery on him even without Meg's permission. Finds out that he's dead. Lobotomizes him. Then he materializes in Herbert's basement.
Right. The natural
use-
progression of things.
Yes. And he uses his psychic powers, which makes more sense knowing he has psychic powers,
Yep.
to get Herbert to hand over his notebook of work. Because Herbert is so stubborn. Like, I guess the way they cut it in the original is he's basically
Yeah.
like, I'll put you in jail for murder if you don't give it to me.
Right.
But it makes a lot more sense knowing that he's just hypnotized him.
Yeah.
The one
Because
tear that slips down
That's
Herbert's.
so
Mm.
good. And that's not in the unrated.
It is
That's
not.
in the integral. It's God, how do actors do it? Just
I
having
don't know.
just a tear.
So
It was
good.
really good scene. He also walks into the basement and goes, I remember this, and it's a microscope.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, I haven't seen
fuck
one of
was he
these bad
talking
boys
about?
in a
In a
minute.
while.
What?
What?
You're a
So-
doctor.
That's such a strange line for him to say with his profession.
I remember this. Those were the days.
Yeah.
We're getting to a point where a lot is happening at the same time, so I'm just gonna be like throwing out
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah.
Sound
Great.
good?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, so in the integral cut, we learn that not only has Hill hypnotized Herbert to give him his work, he's going to take credit for his work, and he wants them to kill Dan,
Yeah.
which provides much more context to what Herbert does next.
Right. Because in the regular cut, it's just like, he's like, I'm going to blackmail you. So he's like, fine, decapitation.
Kill him.
Yes.
Which is
Which-
funnier.
Yeah.
In the unrated, he kills him to assumedly just because he is gonna steal his work, and then when Dan confronts him about killing Hill, Herbert goes, he wanted you to disappear. Even though the line about that was cut out, so we
Yeah.
just like assumed he was lying to get him on his side. He
Right.
was not lying.
He was not lying.
No, and of course, yes, Mark.
When Herbert walks backwards to get the shovel.
Yes, I
And
was gonna
sneaks backwards. Sorry, Luke specifically. Does that remind you of Tommy Doyle in Halloween when he sneaks behind the curtain? When he slowly creeps behind.
Yes.
That's how Herbert does it. Like, yeah.
You
Sorry,
know what?
that's I had a
Nobody
revelation.
believes me. I believe you,
Uh,
Tommy.
I should have.
Dr. Hill is a
Yeah.
grade A idiot. For you are, I guess, okay, never mind. Thought he would fully hypnotized him because I'm like,
Yeah.
why would you threaten someone and then like just
Trying to
not
kill his lover.
just threaten to kill the love of his life, Dan Kane, and then just take your eyes off the ball for like 5 whole minutes, you know? Like, I don't know.
So he tells Herbert that they need to make Dan disappear.
Right.
But that's not gonna fly with Herbert.
Mm-mm.
But before that, we see Dan and Meg go visit Halsey. Because they're like,
Oh, yeah.
fuck this Hill guy. I gotta go talk to my dad. Also, I want to give major props to the guy who plays Halsey, because I straight up, I don't know if I thought that it was 2 different people at first.
It's crazy.
Playing him alive and him dead. Because he does a
the
great
range.
job.
I know.
And Meg and Dan discover that not only is her dad lobotomized, also he tells her that he is in fact dead. Dan also discovers a portfolio that Hill made of Meg that has napkins and hair.
Okay, who among us doesn't have a folder full of napkins and hair? Am I right?
This is insane. This is insane,
Match.
especially when when Dan.
Dad.
Well, talk about a
He
Freudian slip.
doesn't tell her. Guys,
He doesn't tell her. That's crazy.
he doesn't tell her.
He doesn't tell her, and he doesn't freak out and go run to her immediately.
Do you?
So later.
This is also the scene where there is the window is fully broken and they don't explain it.
Yeah.
Do you think? Do you want to hear my theory on what happened?
Yeah.
I
On
think
the window?
yes.
The
I
guy
think
who played the body.
yeah, for sure. I think they filmed that scene first because there's a scene where he has to close the door and he closes it pretty hard. I think in a take that they did after this, he straight up broke that window and they were like, "Shit,
Fuck, we didn't film that other scene yet.
But I love the fact that they just kept it broken. And they could have also cut the scene so they enter the room after going through the door, and they didn't.
I thought that we were meant to believe that they were breaking in and Dan had smashed the window.
But then it's intact later.
And it's intact later, so I was like, oh.
This
Okay.
is good. I love
Yeah.
that they didn't fix it. No, for sure. That guy could not see.
No, not at all.
He probably punched right through that window.
He needed 17 stitches. We know it.
Yeah. This was 1985, yeah.
Yeah.
So Meg knows about all the reanimating, knows that her dad is dead, knows that her dad's lobotomized. Dan knows that Hill has put some psychotic need onto her, is how he expresses it. We cut back to the basement.
That's an insane way to describe that. He has a murder folder. That's essentially, he has a Freddy Krueger style folder on her. He has put a need on her. You have a folder full of her hair.
Yeah.
I would argue
Napkins,
it's phrased
napkins.
that way.
Right.
I would argue it's phrased that way because you could say the same thing about Herbert with Dan. He has a psychotic need put onto him.
That's
He
okay,
doesn't.
that's fair.
That doesn't mean he has a folder full of napkins and hair.
Doesn't mean he
I
doesn't.
think he does.
Yeah.
Okay, we cut back to the basement, and Hill has rediscovered what a microscope is, and so
I
he's taking
remember
his
this.
he's taking his eyes off of Herbert. And this is the single best physicality brought to a character I've ever seen, because Herbert slowly backs away from Hill, dislocates his shoulder. The way he slides his shoulder is crazy.
Next time you guys watch Halloween, you have to pay attention to that
Yes,
with Tom Doyle,
it's
because
very-
he does the
it's
same thing.
ingrained.
It's the same move. Yes.
I won't
He doesn't
be
do
able
the
to.
shoulder though.
No, he does.
Shoulder's one of a kind.
It's specifically he does this with his right shoulder
See,
as he's going
I
behind
told
the
you, there's something
Yeah.
that unlocked in my brain.
It
It's Tommy
stuck with
Doyle.
curtain. Tommy Doyle.
Or Doyle
Guys,
rule.
this entire movie,
Doyle
Luke kept
rule.
going about Dan and Herbert. He kept going, they're just like House and Watson.
Wilson
They're just like House and Wilson.
You know,
from House MD.
kinda. Yeah, I see it.
Anyway, no,
The
don't.
show I haven't
encourage
seen in
me.
years and only saw a few episodes of. House
I-
and Wilson.
In Wilson's defense, I think he has a few more brain cells than Dan may have, but he is also very passive and kind of just goes along with whatever House
See?
wants. Anyway,
See?
So, Herbert does insane shoulder move and grabs a shovel and immediately decapitates Hill.
so quick.
It's awesome.
It is awesome.
Yes.
Yes, Mark.
So after he decapitates him is my favorite part, and it's so quick. It's when Herbert's sitting there, and he's just like,
Yeah.
and you can see the look on his face, like, oh my god,
The compulsion.
I can't reanimate his head. Like you
Yeah.
can see it all.
Yeah.
That's my favorite scene, and it's literally 2 seconds. It's just him like
Face journey.
It's
when he brightens up, and you're like,
yes,
bro, this is the
Yes.
absolute worst idea of all time. Like, why do you need this
Bro.
guy's head back just to see if you can? Well, it's
funny.
I know it's the
Herbert
freshest. It's the
West,
freshest
bro.
it's ever been. I understand, but like, this is a terrible idea. Everything that happened.
I also like-
didn't need to happen. If Herbert can just
It's a compulsion.
Yes,
he can't help
my
himself.
god,
Yeah.
that's my favorite part though. Just like the realization.
I love it.
Oh, I know what I'm gonna do next.
Yeah. What is there to do next?
The way the little bit just where the head won't stay up, so he puts it on the little
Yeah,
note spike. It's so funny.
So good.
I love it. I've always loved that part.
So, my note I have Herbert dislocates his shoulder and decapitates Hill with a shovel. But the compulsion. He
But the
has.
compulsion.
He has.
He's
to.
never done parts, whole parts. So not only does he inject Hill's head, he also injects his body separately and then takes his eyes off of it.
This is awful. Awful idea.
Just bad idea.
Just what is he doing?
And then next scene we dissolve to see that he's bored. And he's hitting Hill's head with a pencil though. A pencil,
pencil. Still pencil.
right? And he reanimates and he's speaking and they've never spoken before. So, yes.
Is it because he's psychic, or is it?
Right.
That's what I was thinking.
So, there's a couple options. Either he's the freshest, although he probably wasn't dead much longer than Halsey was dead.
Right.
But Halsey was trying to speak. It's either he was the freshest, he's a psychic, or it's because it was just his head, and so all the serum didn't go through his whole body and went right to his brain.
Maybe it's all three.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a perfect storm.
Probably the psychic, yeah.
Yeah. Mostly the psychic thing, though.
Mostly the psychic.
It's like,
He's trying to make out what Hill is saying.
We did talk about that so Raven.
Without
Psychic.
I thought you were just about to say that he tries to make out. With
he tries to make out with the head? No.
You said he tries to make out, and I was
make
like,
out what the head is saying.
I was like, what part did I miss?
But what he doesn't see, but we see, is that behind him, the body has also reanimated and is slowly approaching. So he finally hears
not
what
expect
Hill
it to?
says. I think
don't
he
know
was
what
caught up in the moment that the head was reanimated and speaking to him.
I think he flew too close to
I
the
just-
sun.
Congrats.
I don't think Herbert. Luke, are you fucking bored?
No,
I'm
We're
offended.
almost done. We're almost
it's
done.
only
We're almost
did
done.
2.5 hours. It's fine.
Shut the fuck up is my favorite movie. So, but also, would you expect for the body to come up behind you and knock you out?
If I
Yes.
injected it with
Happened.
reagent, yes.
Also, I don't think you would.
Reagent.
If I injected anything in
reagent,
reagent, I wouldn't take my eye off of any of it.
I would not have expected it to come to life. I wouldn't have injected it, period, because why would it come to life
Yes,
without
but
a head?
if you did,
That-
you would at
you
least
did.
keep an eye on it.
But-
Yeah, because you wanted it to come to life.
You wanted
Yeah,
it to.
that's
You were
why you
testing
put it in there.
You can't test your hypothesis.
He was
You
caught
can't.
up in the moment, guys. I
It's called
get
the scientific
Herbert.
method.
Sorry, you guys don't get Herbert.
Or was it the
thing-
was it talking to the psychic? He was like getting
Oh, he
Yeah.
was telling his
drawn
body,
in,
right?
so then he
Right,
couldn't
right.
notice. See,
Something I love about Herbert as a character is just how impulsive he is. Is because
Yes.
he's this mad scientist and he's never thought something out once. He's
No.
just go, go, go.
You know, for a guy who's so analytical, he is really all about vibes.
No,
He's just
yeah.
like, this feels
I
right.
don't know, it felt right.
Yeah.
So, Hill says, "You bastard," and Herbert's head is grabbed by the body, and then he throws his head into the table.
Now,
It's a
why didn't he kill Herbert?
right.
You would think. Anyway.
Don't
If he had
think about it too much.
if he had the capabilities over his body to grab all of his work, he could have killed him.
Yes.
I don't
Yeah.
know. Maybe he wanted to keep him alive so he knew more about, I don't know.
Oh,
Whatever.
he can't steal all of his work if he's dead because he doesn't know what's going on with this. Unless he has the notebook. He had the notebook, didn't he?
Did have the notebook.
Yeah.
Anyway, I love that it's supposed to be like the head slams his head into the table, but because the way that they have to film it, it's just he grabs his head and then he throws himself into the table.
Yep.
Yes.
For sure.
Okay. Herbert wakes up to all of his work being gone. Except for the stuff that's upstairs. What was it? Except
Oh,
what he has
the
upstairs.
Yeah.
Except what he has upstairs. And Dan comes running down and shakes the shit out of that little man. He
That is a trope from old movies and shows that I think is so funny. It's the pull yourself together, just shaking somebody. I'm like, how is that gonna help?
It's so good. His entire body is shaking. Shaking his entire body. And then Dan goes, so Herbert says that he had to kill him. He was gonna steal my work. He wanted you to disappear. And Dan goes, he's dead? And Herbert goes, not anymore. Not anymore. And then, okay, so
I
this
love.
is
He's
Yeah.
so. I'm so sorry. I just have to say, he's freaking out. Everything is going wrong, and he still finds the time to be cunty, and I love that about him.
yes, it's so perfect. Not anymore.
Yeah.
So, Anne tells Herbert that they need to find Meg because Hill has put this some sort of psychotic need onto her, and Herbert thinks that's hilarious. But this is different from the integral cut, and this is what Mark was talking about before, and the unrated version. So in the unrated version, which is the version that everybody has seen,
Right.
they go, yeah, let's go find Meg. But in the integral version, Herbert goes, no. He's gonna come after me, because I'm the most important person.
But he just left you and didn't.
Yes.
So
but he
why
can't
would he come
fathom.
back here?
Yeah.
But he can't fathom, which makes a lot of sense for Herbert as a character. That he
Yes.
would think that he's more important than Meg. Daniel Kane finds
Worst
this
boyfriend
profile,
or fiance in the world.
finds this
Or-
profile
or
he has on
fiance.
Meg, but maybe the best to Herbert.
Mm.
He just does whatever he
But
says.
why wouldn't Herbert also just
Best
want to
of
go
both
find him?
worlds.
Why would Herbert think that? Even if he thought it was all
Thinks he's
about
gonna come back.
him, what?
I think he
just
thinks
left.
because he didn't kill him, he must come back after him.
But
I
he
do
would've
think it's
just
funny
done it.
though.
Whatever.
Herbert's plan,
It's so funny.
they don't set up anything. He just sits on the couch reading, waiting
Yes.
for him to come back. What are you gonna do if he shows up?
Well, Dan stands there in his lesbian outfit.
We debate. Dan
Yeah,
has a
he's-
plan. With his
he's
baseball bat.
waiting. He's like,
Wait, his-
my boyfriend's
his le-
gonna beat you up.
Yeah.
His lesbian Dan outfit.
Yes, his lesbian fit.
We got there.
Actually, every
Can I just make you itch bowl?
Miss. You just woke me up.
Lesbian.
actually, I think Dan's most lesbian fit was the
Lesbian
Nike
Dan.
jersey. Was the
Ooh.
Nike jersey with the denim jacket over top of it?
Was that a real Nike jersey? Because the font of
No.
that looked fucked up. Yeah, okay.
Yeah. Okay, I don't know. The 80s,
Who
everything was
knows?
like triangles for some reason.
God, I wish the 80s were real.
Oh, I miss it.
No, I don't. Oh,
Oh, I
I
just
wish they didn't happen.
yeah, it feels like watching an alien planet sometimes, watching
Yeah.
movies from the 80s.
I hate you so
fuck.
much, Luke. Luke texted me, lesbian.
He loves his jokes. Well, okay, so it's Daniel LaRusso and Dan Kane in their lesbian fits
Yes.
against the world.
It's the
So-
Dans.
Dans. It's something
about
about
the Dans.
Something about them.
So
Lesbian.
something about them.
Somebody texted me. Miss.
Oh.
All right, we gotta get
So-
through this. You know what I'm saying? I could hear the Kelly's bangs.
I'm trying.
And we appreciate you.
Yes, you're the only one trying to hold this together right now.
This is my favorite movie, and I know I'm talking too much, and I know I'm probably not giving you guys enough space to talk about this movie, but
I'm talking so
afraid to
much.
forget things.
You are fine. I'm talking so much. Go ahead.
I appreciate it though. Instead of just whatever the fuck Luke's doing.
He's texting me lesbian. That's all he's doing.
So Herbert's sitting on the couch with a book that's surgical errors and safeguards, and he's laughing.
It's
They
the
are
funniest
sitting
book.
so close on the couch. This is their most Bride of Re-Animator in this movie.
Mhm.
And
Yes.
then Dan has to take another look at the pervert folio. The pervert
Pervert
portfolio.
folio. I like
Who
that.
understand that he needs to go find Meg instead, actually.
Wait a minute.
Actually, maybe no, she's the one in trouble. Okay. But also, Hill's body gives us a masterclass in physical comedy.
It is so good.
It's so fucking funny.
I want to know who plays the body.
Yeah.
Is
Me
Kelly
too.
pointed out
Luke,
way
Luke.
bulkier than the than
He's so much meatier
He's
than...
like
Yeah.
It's like if Luke was the actor and then Matt took over the body.
Yeah, but not
It's-
me at the gym. Me at the gym is the body.
You haven't
It's
been in
never-
Look up who plays the body of Dr. Carl Hill.
And don't tell us what the AI overview says.
Yeah, please. Please find an actual... It's literally the easiest thing in the world to just open...
Who plays the
research
body?
I am
Matt, that's
dying
so
for
funny.
a primary source.
Matt, that's
What?
funny that
Yeah.
you said that because I literally just sent Luke a screenshot of what the AI overview said when I said, "What is a lesbian?"
Yes.
You cut out a little bit, but what I gathered
said-
was an AI overview of what a lesbian is.
Yes,
Okay.
correct.
Yeah.
And what did it
Incon-
say?
It corrected me,
Inconclusive.
lesbian.
In the 1985 film Re-Animator, the actor Craig Reed plays the one-armed man corpse and... which are the primary...
What?
Hold on.
Luke, you gotta speak into the microphone.
The one-armed man corpse is later.
The AI overview is giving me conflicting answers.
Luke, then don't fucking... Yeah, no shit!
You're seeing it here, folks. Don't use AI.
I would kill for a primary source. Like, God.
Okay, actually, no. We're just gonna move on.
Luke should not be the researcher.
So, my feelings for Dr. Carl Hill and his bodies are very different. Because the body is so fucking funny.
Yeah.
So, he goes to his office, and the body just fully runs completely into the wall and knocks everything down.
It's
And this is
it's like an Evil Dead. We're just getting thrown into furniture and things are breaking.
Yes. This is a rare case of a scene that's in the unrated and not in the integral, which I already explained to you guys, where he hypnotizes
Oh right, yes.
Alan.
Yes.
Which it makes it clear that he's a psychic. It's very clear. So they need to get into the morgue because he's planning something with a bunch of corpses. How are they gonna get into the morgue through this? God forbid the security guard isn't jacking off and he's actually doing his job. He's gonna see
It
someone
isn't
without a
break time.
head. So they need to use the mannequin head. This is so campy.
It's so
This
funny.
is so good.
The
It's just
security
the
guard
mannequin head.
Doesn't
yeah.
look up once.
No. He goes, Bill, is that you? And through a duffel bag, he goes, yeah, it's
This
me.
is the most.
And then his
insane.
ear falls
This
off.
might be the most
Yeah.
insane this movie gets, other than acting wise.
And how unfortunate. Dr. Hill probably could have just walked down there without a head any time of day.
Yeah.
He found the 1 30-minute window that the guard is sitting at his desk.
Well, he just nearly caught it because as soon as he gets into the morgue, we get the iconic line. Luke, would you say it for us? Oh, no!
Time for a break.
It's
Break time!
It's
Oh.
just break time. He's reading Boudoir and he goes, break time.
Break time.
I've never seen an emptier expression on someone's face.
He has to get up at 5.
You had no idea what was going on.
Wait,
Oh, now
So
he's cutting
Dan
out.
goes.
somebody say a joke? I want to test something.
Oh no.
Oh my god. Just.
Dan goes.
Oh my god.
Are they even going to be able to hear that on the podcast?
Yes, they can. But that's insane, Luke.
You
That's
are
where
going
you're
to
at?
abuse that. We need to block that.
You know what? Luke's about to get just kicked out. You're on your
Kelly,
last
I'm
straw,
sorry.
Luke.
Continue.
You're on
So-
strike 2.
Dan
Continue.
goes to Meg. They have a whole heart-to-heart, and then Halsey breaks into the house and kidnaps Meg and throws Dan against the wall, and there's a giant fucking blood splatter, but apparently he'll be okay.
He's
Dan
fine.
is dead.
That was a huge
Yeah.
splatter.
His brains are on the wall.
Yeah. It was gooey.
It was bad.
Okay. Hill and his body start lobotomizing corpses.
As one does.
Halsey kidnaps Meg, brings her back to the lab, alright? And then we have one of the most egregious 80s movies, fucking batshit insane depiction of sexual violence I've ever seen in my life.
It is
What
crazy.
the hell?
Yeah, it's crazy.
And Kelly,
Full
I
on.
don't remember. Is this scene the exact same in both cuts?
Yes.
Okay, I couldn't tell because it feels like it goes on for a
So
very
they
long
don't cut
time.
any of this.
Yeah, that's
and
weird.
so I
They
was
cut
like,
the
is
slap
it this
foot.
long in both?
They-
Yeah,
They cut out the slap the foot on the
mean-
cadaver, but they don't cut
Yes.
out this.
yeah.
I mean, I don't know how you would cut around it, but
You could have
I mean,
less
just
of
cut
both.
out, shave it down. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah,
I'm
less
like-
of
I'm
what the
not-
head is doing. Yeah.
Unfortunately, I don't think this scene is out of place. I think I'm not surprised by this scene at all in this movie.
No.
But it's so you could be watching any horror movie from the 80s and you're like, "Oh my god, this is the best thing I've ever seen in my life." And then someone comes out of the shadows and punches you in the fucking face with a batshit insane depiction of sexual violence.
Yeah,
It-
it's hard. I mean, we even skipped forward because I did not want to.
Yeah,
watch
at
it.
least you could
Yeah.
you can literally skip 2 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's to
but-
the point where, like, if I would love to recommend this movie to someone, but I would be afraid. I'd be like,
Give him a warning.
it'd be like,
mean-
okay, I wouldn't even know how to give a warning. I'd just be like, I hope they know that when I'm recommending this, I'm not endorsing
Yeah.
this specific part, you know?
And I know what the joke is. Not a good joke, but at least Barbara Crampton said that she felt comfortable filming it. And
And thank God for
unfortunately, not the case in a lot of instances,
right.
which is
In-
fucked up.
In most of them, I feel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The joke is it's a head going giving head.
But she's tied up.
Yeah.
Which sucks.
Yeah.
Sucks.
Which sucks.
But I also think I don't think you have to warn people about this scene though, because I think if you like the rest of the movie, you'll be fine watching this scene, honestly. But that's in my personal opinion.
Well, right, because even the first time we watched it, all of us, we were like, we love this movie. And it's kind of just implied that we're like, well, we don't love that. Yeah.
We don't endorse that scene.
I just
No.
more
But-
meant like a warning in the fact of like some people can get really triggered by stuff like that. So
Yeah,
that's what I mean
for
by
sure.
warning.
I
Not
know.
like,
I
oh,
was
the
referring
movie's-
to what Matt was saying about how
about-
you can't recommend the movie
I see.
without giving warning.
Right.
About that.
Which I wouldn't do. If I were recommending it, I'd just be like, yeah, Re-Animator. It's really
Re-Animator.
funny and silly. Yeah.
Yeah. But Herbert and Dan show up at the hospital. Not right on time. But before it could get any worse, they show up.
Herbert materializes out of nowhere, and it makes me wonder. I'm like, hey, man, did you just come in, or have you just been standing there? Because if you were just standing there,
Dan's
that is
also
really
there.
fucked up. Yeah.
I was gonna say this is a scene that can only happen in 1985, but that's not true. It's 2025 and not much is illegal. So
Yeah.
South Park. Yeah.
That's-
Yeah.
yeah, it's South Park. Okay, they come in. Fucking Herbert has to still throw insults.
Yeah.
He calls her a bubble-headed co-ed.
Yeah,
Herbert!
He does.
Yes, he does.
There's no reason to throw a jab at her in
At
this
her!
instant.
At least his best jab is at Hill.
At the
Because
very
we
least,
get
yeah.
one of the best lines that's ever been written. But also, this shot, there is so much going on in this shot alone. There's
so
more going
much.
on than I assume happens in all of Boyhood.
Wow.
That's the movie I keep on forgetting about. I'm putting it in my note.
Whoa.
Let me just take 1 minute to drag Boyhood, and then we'll get
Yeah,
back
yeah.
to
no,
the animator.
I was just like,
Yeah.
what's the first
Boyhood
movie I could think of that
slander.
looks so boring?
Wow.
You know what's funny,
the
Kelly?
slander.
I bought that movie from Zia at least 2 years ago. It has sat unwatched on my
Yeah,
shelf
yeah.
ever since.
I think I used to get it mixed up with The Tree of Life, also a movie I don't ever want to watch.
I have heard that movie's so boring. I know.
Whoa, guys.
Tell me
I
what I
like-
heard.
But
Hey.
this shot,
Luke
it's
likes foreign
crazy.
movies.
because not only is it an over-the-shoulder of Herbert with a bunch of the cadavers around him, Meg is still on the table with Dan coming in to clothe and untie her, and Hill is standing there holding his head, and it's shot so strangely.
And his body is
It's
4
like you
feet
could see him
wide.
crouching.
Yeah.
IMDb
It's so
did not give an answer as to who played the.
Oh my god,
Shoot.
he's so funny though.
Thanks
job,
for using
researcher.
IMDb. Appreciate it.
Yep.
I couldn't find an answer.
Even though that could just be anybody as well, but
Google AI is
It could be
filtering
anybody,
into
yeah.
IMDb now.
probably because did you whatever,
Honestly.
it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
move
Shut
right up.
niche. Okay. So, the best line that's ever been written is Hill threatens to expose Herbert, and he goes, "Who's gonna believe a talking head? Get a job at a sideshow." It's so good.
That's good.
Devastating.
It's called
Like-
the sauce.
Yeah, it's the delivery, I think, that makes it so iconic.
Yeah.
Because,
Get a job at a sideshow. He looks
Get
him
it.
up and down.
yeah, it's like, there's vitriol in it.
To the man he just decapitated. Telling him to get
Yeah.
a job at a sideshow.
Ruthless.
Yeah, Hill is the fucking worst.
Yeah.
The fact that someone is worse than Herbert in this movie is great.
Oh yeah.
And by a long way.
Yeah.
It's
By
By
a
a
large margin.
long
Yeah.
way, yeah. Okay, now it's just gonna be like one thing after another because the climax of this movie is fucking batshit.
Yeah.
It's so good. So, it's like the sauce is excreting from this movie.
The sauce is
It's
excreting.
leaking. It's leaking, and it's leaking from the TV.
The
And every
sauce
time I
is
see Herbert,
excreting.
the TV is glowing for some reason.
Yes, it is. It is for you for sure. 1000%. It's glowing as bright as the reagent is glowing.
Mm.
Yeah. Is it true? Do you guys know if that's what's it called? Glow stick fluid?
It looks like it. I'd believe it.
What is glow stick fluid?
Yeah, Bob.
Reagent. I don't
Yeah.
know.
Okay, so Hill reanimates all the corpses and is controlling them. He attempts. Okay, so also, it's clear what he's trying to do later, but all we see right now is Herbert just have the serum and go for Hill. So before we
Yeah,
know
like-
he's trying to overdose. He's trying to overdose him.
Overdose.
We just think he's trying to re-inject him. Okay. But he just so easily gets overpowered.
Yeah, he's a
Hill?
little guy.
Hill, okay, actually, I want to hear all your guys' thoughts on the climax of this movie before I go through all the shit that happens.
Okay. Luke, go. You.
Luke, go before you can repeat. Before you can just
Please.
go, oh, what you guys said.
Special effects are very good. Very good, very good. It's disgusting. The intestinal octopus at the end
Hell yeah.
leaves a lot of questions.
Yes.
It does.
So Herbert. Oh wait, this is before you're gonna go. I was gonna give an explanation as to like he survives in Bride of Re-Animator, right? But his outcome is left vague at the end of this movie. But maybe
We
it's
think-
because he's been injecting himself with the that he was
Able to survive.
the intestinal octopus.
That's a
on
good
that.
point. I like it.
Now, how Hill's head survived? What happened
That's my favorite
to
part.
him?
It just squished.
It went, and then again, people love to throw things against walls. in this
Deflated
movie.
balloon.
Yeah,
Matt, what do you think about this ending?
I think it's so much fun. I think there's a shot in this where I was like, "You guys did something." Where it's when the Dean Halsey gets ripped
Getting
apart.
torn.
Yes, the silhouette. Where I was like, "That's such a smart way to do it." Because it's it's artsy as hell, and I love that. But it's like it makes it so that like if what you have looks cheap, you can't really tell because it's just in silhouette, and I like that. But
And that go on.
yeah, no, a lot of fun. Oh, I just had a lot of fun, and then I stopped.
I was gonna say that brings up something I love that they do with the head in this is just having him below his neck, below the camera frame.
All the time.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's good.
Mark.
I mean, it's batshit crazy. It goes so insane with the intestines that shoot out of him that I'm really confused. But then, isn't the cop there again? Is the cop there again when the head gets flies out? It's pretty incredible, and the fact that it just ends, right? Doesn't it just end here after it starts fog machine, basically?
No.
Where's
Oh,
it?
sound machine.
No, we get the scene at the end with
Very
Meg.
important.
Yes.
In
Yes.
So that
Yeah, but
So-
it's for a climax of a movie. Can it get any better?
No.
We get so much practical effects with these dead bodies in various different ways that they've died.
Yes.
And, like they were looking at real photos of dead bodies and how blood looks when you die in different ways. How your skin color changes and
yeah. It's
really interesting.
I wouldn't have been surprised if like Tom Savini was on this. That's how good it is.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh, fuck, what's his name in the second movie? We'll get to it. We'll do the second movie. That's
Yeah.
for another time.
Okay.
Okay. Bill attempts to lobotomize Herbert. Meg overcomes her father with the power of love.
Yes.
Correct.
He absolutely crushes Hill's head, and we learn also that the other reanimated corpses are also feeling the pain.
Yeah, that
Which
was
is interesting.
interesting.
It's because they're all
Yeah.
psychically
It's
connected.
the host.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because he's
He's
controlling
like the
them 'cause
hive
he's
mind.
psychic.
The hive mind. That's what I was thinking of.
From Sinners.
Agents of Shield,
Just
Oh.
anything.
but also Sinners. Yes.
That's what okay.
Agents of Shield and Sinners. Yes, both of them.
Two very similar things.
Yeah.
Bill's body stumbles out of the morgue just as the cop is coming back, and he doesn't even verbalize it. He just you just see a mouth. What the fuck?
Yeah.
And it goes back into the morgue. Okay, Halsey completely crushes Hill's head and chucks him against the wall, and it is so wet.
He juices that thing like a melon. It is
Yeah.
gross.
And Herbert could get out because of this, but it's Herbert, and he has to test one last theory. Overdose!
Overdose.
Overdose! He shouts overdose and injects the body with 2 different full needles of serum, of
Yes.
reagent. And what happens when you overdose on the reagent? Well, your body explodes and your intestines become a tentacle. So
Your
this
intestines get a
scene-
mind of their own. Which
Why
technically is
not?
the case because the doctor's body did think on its own, technically.
And it's still
could move,
alive,
so
even though
why
its
can't
head is
intestines?
supposedly dead. So it's so crazy. Why not? Why not this happen? The body explodes, breaks open, and his intestines go out and wrap around Herbert like a tentacle.
It's very John Carpenter's The Thing. Do you remember when the body like opens and the guy's arms fall inside? Yeah, it feels very that.
I think it's awesome.
It is great.
And we get a killer. So Dan and Meg are trying to get out of there, and Dan's trying to save Herbert from the tentacle intestine, and we get a creation of Adam shot.
Hell
But
yeah.
Dan is God and Herbert is Adam, which is really interesting.
The implications.
Mm-hmm.
To think about that one.
And I love that. I love that aspect. But and then Halsey gets torn apart, like you discussed.
Yes.
And as Meg and Dan are running out, Luke and I could not hear what Herbert
Oh yeah,
said
yeah.
as he tossed
Oh,
the bag with the reagent to Dan. Luke, do you want to tell them what we thought he said as his last words, supposedly?
Adios, and then threw the bag.
did you
we
figure
we
it
both
out?
heard we both heard adios. When you rewatched it for the third time? Did you
I could only hear adios.
adios?
now because
He says, doesn't he
Yeah,
say
what
something
do you-
like, "Take my notes, get the notes"?
that's it. Yes,
Yeah.
because he says it twice.
Adios.
It's
Yeah.
the same. It's the same audio that they
Yeah,
play twice. It has to be "Take my notes." But I swear, when Luke and I were watching this, he yelled "Adios!"
Adios.
through the duffel bag.
That would have, not out of character in this movie.
And that's the
Adios.
last time we see Herbert West in this movie. And we know he survives because of Bride. And it's not explained, which I love.
Yes.
Because he also supposedly dies at the end of Bride and then is back and beyond.
Yep.
Which is my favorite thing. So Meg and Dan are running out. But as if Meg hasn't had enough.
Oh God.
She's attacked in the elevator. And she's being strangled. Dan is running like he has moon shoes on. With his white tank top and his jeans that I wish jeans fit me like men did in the 80s.
For real.
And he
Painted
grabs an
on there.
axe, right? They're so high-waisted. He axes the guy's arm off and the hand is still moving.
This is the one-armed stunt actor that Luke was mentioning from the AI.
Yeah.
Craig Reed, everybody.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Which is interesting because I guess that also implies that could Halsey still be alive just in 5 different parts?
Oh, like the Iron
The body-
Giant. Yeah.
Like the
The
Iron
arm
Giant.
is still moving?
Oh man.
That's okay. So if the arm's still moving, is it just like, like when someone dies, like residual, or is it like,
Oh, maybe.
can that thing crawl away? I don't know.
I don't know. It's kind of just seizing. So
Yeah,
it's
I
probably
don't know.
So she has just been strangled and he's carrying her up to the hospital, and it's an exact parallel to him at the beginning doing compressions on her because she's died.
She's died.
And you know what?
She's died.
He does compressions for maybe 6 whole seconds before the other doctor's like, fucking call it, man.
Dude, she's died.
Pause.
Poor fucking Meg, guys.
She doesn't deserve any of this.
No,
All of
this
this,
movie's
and
really
she
mean
ends
to
up
Meg.
dying.
Yeah.
She ends up dying. But Dan finally makes a decision for himself. And he has become the Re-Animator.
That's
Yeah,
the decision he
yes.
makes for himself.
Yep. Is to inject the serum into Meg. What a perfect fucking ending. Ends in a freeze frame. Everything goes black except for the serum. And then we see it go down to complete
plunger?
black and we hear
Oh.
her scream.
That
Perfect.
goosebumps. That's so funny. I actually do have goosebumps.
Yes! So good! And then they don't talk about it in the sequel, which is fine.
That is so funny. I love this movie. That ending's so good.
It's so good.
And the music
Everything
kicks
being
in
black,
again.
but the reagent. Yes,
Oh.
the music. So what we're to assume happens is he reanimated her and then had to kill her all over again.
Yes.
Yeah.
Horrifying.
Like they've had to do with everyone.
Yeah.
And
With
then he
every
goes,
single one.
And then still decides that I'm gonna be with Herbert.
and then headcanon, he goes, rescues Herbert,
Headcanon.
carries him out
yes.
like Kevin Costner in The Bodyguard carrying Whitney Houston. That's my headcanon.
Matt, do you remember the Hitman's Bodyguard?
Unfortunately,
I think you're thinking about the Hitman's Bodyguard's wife.
Oh, we didn't.
didn't see that one.
Yeah, didn't see that one.
Must have missed that gem.
So, what were your guys' thoughts on the movie?
Luke?
This movie's so good.
Good movie. Good
Yeah,
movie.
okay,
Good
just
movie.
move on, honestly. Nat?
Movie.
I would wear a shirt, one just like a Re-Animator shirt, but also I was thinking like to have like an inside joke one of a Miskatonic medical school shirt,
Ooh.
but then people wouldn't understand it and they'd think I went to medical school.
Yeah.
I was thinking a good one would be Miskatonic, but have like a stain that looks like the reagent, just to be like neon green on it.
Ooh, okay.
I should
And people
design
just-
shirts.
Let's get you in
Yeah.
a graphic design class.
Somebody,
Yeah.
Go to one of
somebody
those,
get
like,
me,
make your own custom.
somebody get me into Microsoft Paint, and I will draw up some
Yes.
renderings.
Matt.
Mm.
Do you think I would even be allowed to go to mortuary school still if people know this is my favorite movie?
No.
Do you think
they
I should be
not.
allowed to?
No.
They should
Yeah.
not admit me. Okay, cool, sick. That's why I'm not. Not my
That's the
fault.
only reason.
Could you imagine walking into a mortuary and like seeing the mortician wearing like something Re-Animator and be like, dude, I'm watching. You are on a watch list.
My interest in mortuary science and my love for Re-Animator are completely unrelated, guys.
They
You
don't know
okay?
that.
Keep telling yourself that. Yep.
It just so happens. Mark, what are your final thoughts on this movie?
This movie's great. We had a lot of laughs, and it's also like I've seen this 3 times, twice the unrated version, and I forget things easily, so it's just wait a little bit, watch it again, and I'm already like stuff that I had already seen twice before. I'm like, wait, what? Because it's so
Yeah.
crazy. So this is a great movie. I'm very excited for Bride.
Hell
Yes.
yeah.
Bride is something special.
I will also do the notes for Bride.
Oh, I assumed
yeah.
you
If
would
you're
for
okay with
all
that.
3 of them. Yeah.
Sick. Yeah. If you guys are okay with it, was it too much?
It wasn't
No,
you.
I loved
mean,
it.
we were jumping in like great.
It was the
Yes.
movie. I mean, the movie was just
No.
insane. So,
I think the problem is how our, or specifically my brain operates.
all
We go off on a
collectively.
tangent. I'm
well,
following
Matt,
that tangent
you
to the
had
bitter end.
relevant points.
Thank
Not
you.
all
So
the
did
points
Luke.
that were mentioned were relevant.
Good timing.
He was waiting. He was waiting.
Wow, that was really
That was good.
timing.
Oh man.
All right, bring us home, Kelly.
I wanted to say that the cinematographer is Mac Alberg. I wanted to
Mm.
say that because I think the cinematography was really great in this movie.
It is. It is.
This is. Would you guys recommend it?
Yes, for sure.
Yar.
100%.
Yar.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Sick. Yeah. This is my favorite movie. I think it's the best movie that's ever been made. Except for I don't even know if I like Bride more, which is crazy.
That is crazy.
Find out next week.
Yeah.
2 of my favorite movies ever made. My favorite character, my favorite performances, they all play off each other so well.
Mm. To be
Bruce
a fly
Abbott
on the wall.
and Jeffrey Combs,
Yeah.
and Barbara Crampton, the 3 of them, man, I love them
The
so
Father,
much.
Son, and Holy Spirit.
No, seriously, I love them so much. This is this year's the 40th anniversary. We're coming up on the 40th anniversary because I think it was released October 18th, something like that. It was
Oh, in time
released
for
in
Halloween.
October.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
So this is so good. Thanks for thanks for putting this on the roster for the podcast, Mark. Thanks for throwing me a bone.
I saw Tron and Avatar around there. He's like, throw Kelly a bone.
Yeah, we might as well do
Jesus.
an animator.
Yeah.
I just got
Ron
to talk
and
about
Avatar.
Re-Animator for 3 hours.
Hell yeah, and it was so
I just had,
fun.
you guys were forced to listen to me. It's my favorite.
We're stuck.
Oh,
We're trapped.
we're right there with you. Oh, I'm having a great time.
Luke,
Matt, here's
go.
a little tidbit.
Yeah.
So sorry. That I thought you might find interesting. Yes, Mark.
Nothing.
Oh, Mark, go.
Nothing. Not important.
Um, David Bowie at one point said that this was his favorite movie.
Holy shit, that doesn't surprise
So-
me in the slightest.
You are David
Because-
Bowie.
No. I don't know who's claiming that, but that's
The
just a
allegations.
false rumor. The
Yeah.
allegations.
It's like she actually is, and you like called her out on that.
You're like,
super-
why
she's
would
like,
you say
"Oh
that?"
my
She's sweating.
Oh
Yeah.
my
Why
god.
There's something I've been
How
meaning to
does he
tell
Not
know?
you.
anymore.
Internal dialogue. How does he know?
Yes, you know. Yeah, he was working on a movie with the cinematographer Mac Alberg, and he found out that he did the cinematography for Re-Animator. He asked him if
that's
that was
fun.
true because that's his favorite movie.
That sounds so right. That fits for
Isn't
David
that
Bowie.
great?
I love that. Yeah.
I love it so much. That's like my two worlds. My two favorite things.
What movie was he working on?
I was gonna ask Luke, but then I didn't want Luke to even
Yeah, Luke's not
go
allowed
on
to
his phone.
We'll figure it
Luke's-
out
nope,
later.
nope. We gotta move on before Luke reads his Google AI overview. Don't do it. Don't do it. We got Bride next week.
Bride next
We
week.
have Pride
And
next
then
week, which
we-
is
yeah. Good.
Mac Alberg, primarily known as a cinematographer, worked on the 1991 movie Second Greatest Parts 1 and 2. David.
Luke, you cut
You-
out so
you
much
cut
because you
out.
don't speak ever into your
it's
mic.
the second greatest story ever told, parts 1 and 2.
Thank you.
Okay, gotcha.
1991. My mic
needs to be here.
Golly, that's way too
Perfect.
Okay.
It
we're
sounds
doing
like you're
Um,
inside my ear.
Guys, you know what's great is that Bride of Re-Animator is 12 minutes longer than Re-Animator.
Heck yeah. They knew we needed more of that shit.
Isn't that awesome?
Yes.
How long is Beyond?
Okay. How
What did you
long
say to
is
me?
Beyond? How long is Beyond?
Oh, I don't know.
Okay, we're gonna find
guys,
that and we
how-
gotta end it because I gotta walk dogs
movie-
and I'm
a
so
movie?
sleepy.
Yeah.
So sorry, guys. So sorry.
Never be sorry for talking about
No,
Re-Animator.
that's not your fault.
It's
Matt and I
an
cannot
hour
stop.
36, so it's also 12 minutes longer
Nice,
than
solid.
Re-Animator.
All right, Bride of
no
Re-Animator next
Dan.
week. With no Dan, I know.
Bride of Re-Animator.
But next week, Bride of Re-Animator with
with Dan.
with
right.
married couple
yes,
Dan and her.
thank
person.
God. Yeah, it's so good.
Okay, we will see you next week for Bride of Re-Animator. Thanks for joining us for tonight's watch, and goodbye.
Bye.
It's exhausted.
Goodbye.